Yo, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Saturday morning. How's it going? I have like the worst timing. I get ready to be geared up to do a podcast, and then my neighbors just want to be like absolutely loud this morning. It's so bad. This is like what, three podcasts in a row that my neighbors have to be like absolutely loud. I'm not entirely sure. All right. So today we got a little bit of news to talk about that I want to cover this morning. Obviously, Jesus. Jesus. So we're gonna be talking about the Pixel 5 again. I know some people might be like, dude, like let's get over the Pixel 5 already. But no, we're not gonna get over the Pixel 5 until after September 30th next week. However, some more information dropped, speculation of exactly dates of release for the Pixel 5 and Pixel 4a 5G. Some of it looks good, some of it doesn't look so good. I'm not entirely sure why. We'll see. But this all comes from the source of John Prosser. CF, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. We're also going to be talking about Amazon Luna. And basically, if you guys don't know what Amazon Luna is, cloud gaming for Amazon. Pretty much similar to what Google Stadia is. And then we're also going to talk about the new Samsung Galaxy S21. Some stuff about that. So literally we're gonna get into that. Hey everyone, good evening, Tito. Good morning, Red Rum. Appreciate you for coming in. Lawrence is in here. Jesus, yes, my neighbors are just absolutely loud. So yeah, this is going to be one for the books. After we get through these articles, then I will open it up for a little bit of dialogue and, just some fun, some chit chat before I close it on out for today. Not trying to take up too much time. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and just kind of jump right into the first article as people are making their way in. Shout out to the 9 people that's in here. Also, just real quick, a quick update. Again, a shout out to the newest member of the team. As you guys may know, Chanel 808 Life, aka, well, that's his aka. It's actually Lawrence. So I do appreciate you for becoming a member. Of course, obviously, you will get access to all the tiers. Well, not the tiers, but the tiers that you have selected to be a member of. You'll definitely be a part of that for sure. So I still got to come up with badges, man. These stock badges from YouTube is just not cutting it. So anyways, guys, so there you have it. Newest members to come in. There we go. We have it updated. Good morning. Good morning to you, Lawrence. Good morning to you, man. Really dig that video that you just dropped regarding phone towers that are, located in various areas in Hawaii. So that was actually pretty cool to see just what those towers look like and everything. Let's see. The past sucked with the new pain meds. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, so we're gonna kind of just kick it off just a little bit here. I'm not entirely too sure if I like this style of things. Hold on, let me just make some changes. And there we go. I think that this serves a better purpose here. So I'll keep the chat open. Let me go ahead and just open up the screen share. We're going to talk about the Galaxy S21. That's already starting to make rumors right now. So basically, the Galaxy S21 will arrive with the Exynos 2100 processor. Kind of interesting. So anyways, here we go. I want to open this sucker up full screen for you guys here. We'll just kind of then, just dive into it a little bit. So all right, this is from Pocket Now. This is the source itself. Let me go ahead and drop the link to the article. Just something that I want to start doing from now on is pretty much citing my sources again. And also, Lawrence, for sure, man, if you want to join in a little bit after we get through the news, I will definitely post the links, and then you can jump on in if you want to come in and just chit chat for a little bit. But okay, new Samsung Galaxy S21 to arrive with an Exynos 2100 processor chip. This is actually quite interesting. So not going with a Qualcomm. Is this what it seems to be? So it says the new Samsung Galaxy S21 is expected to launch sometime in the first quarter of 2021. And it seems that it has already started to get ready for its debut. The device was recently spotted over at Geekbench, where it reveals some curious details as it appears with an Exynos chipset. that we weren't expecting. And it goes on to say that, excuse me, well, wow. I have like heartburn this morning, so I do apologize. So it goes on to say that Samsung has just launched the Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition, which I think is absolutely stupid name. Stupid name. I mean, they could have called it like the Samsung Galaxy S20e. They could have called it the Samsung Galaxy S20 Lite, but they went with the Fan Edition. How much of a fan base could this phone have built in such a short time of release? I don't know. But anyways, according to the latest Geekbench test results, let's see, where's that? Phew, everything just kind of like warped there. According to the latest Geekbench test results, the Plus version of the new Samsung Galaxy S21 would arrive with an Exynos 2100 processor. We also see that the new device would also feature 8 gigabytes of RAM, as the 6.77 gigabytes of RAM shown in the test results may be omitting GPU reserved memory. It is believed that this device may be the European version because of the SM-G996B code. So if that's the case, then yeah, that's going to be like the European version. So I guess what's coming to the US will still tend to use the Qualcomm chipsets by Qualcomm. So this was actually quite interesting, though, to see the Geekbench test results here. It shows the S21 Plus Exynos 2100 unconfirmed, but showing Geekbench at 1038. That's a single core, multi-core is a 3060. So quite interesting there, to kind of be honest with everybody. So I mean, really, when we just kind of think about it, it is what it is. What about Samsung S20 Fan Edition? What about it? I mean, very interesting, Carlton Brown, and thank you for coming in too as well. Really appreciate it. I don't know what Samsung's naming scheme is. I really don't. I don't know where they're going with these names and whatnot. I mean, and not just Samsung, but like other manufacturers too. You know what I mean? Yo, Caleb, what's up, man? How's it going? Screw Exynos. I can't stand Samsung software. It's like a horrible nightmare. Yeah, everyone has their preferences. Some people love Samsung. Elephant feet. Stop it this morning. Jesus. My neighbors are not ready. But yeah, Caleb, if you want to pop in the chit chat later on, man, stay tuned. I will drop the link in the chat itself, and then you guys can join in if you guys wanted to join in and chit chat for a little bit for the last half of the show. But yeah, so these naming schemes for smartphones is just, to me, it's just getting ridiculous. Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition. I mean, really, like, Carlton, think about this for a second. Really, like, how long has the S20 have been out to garner like a fan edition to come? You know what I mean? Like, think about it like this, and this is where I'm going with this, right? So maybe my perspective is a bit off, but I mean, this is where I'm going with this, right? So like, we have the Apple the iPhone SE 2020, right? Which special edition, what makes it special is that it's utilizing a past design language with modern Apple specs. So, and I can see people being a fan of that design and wanting to go back to that, design language. So they buy the iPhone SE 2020. You know what I mean? With the Galaxy Note Fan Edition, obviously, they built that because the Note 7 debacle and what was going on with the batteries from the Note 7. But the Samsung Galaxy S20 hasn't even been out that long, in my opinion, to even, garner a reminiscent stage where they would build a fan edition version. That's why I said, like, the naming scheme is a little bit different. I mean, they could have named it something completely different. Like, completely different. They could have called it, like, the Samsung Galaxy S20 Lite. They could have came up with something that basically would just, let people know that this is the Galaxy S20. Slightly, decent for the pricing, but kind of watered down. So it fits a certain category. Because like I believe the Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition is going for $699. Um, with with some decent specs for what it is. Of course, people are like raving about the color options, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. That's just this is way too weird. Uh, let's see here. Samsung is releasing the Galaxy S21 series Joe Biden edition. The Red Rose says, Caleb, you kidding, of course. And maybe I'm not, LOL. I hear it comes with the Joe Biden personal snips. Oh my god. Oh my god, Caleb. Yeah, I just woke up like not that long, about an hour ago, and already you have me rolling already. But yeah, these naming schemes just don't seem right to me. They don't. Like for instance, take OnePlus, the OnePlus Nord N10 5G. Like, I mean, they're just starting to add on so much extensions to the name itself, just simplify it. I mean, that's like a handful to say. It is a handful to say to people. What phone do you have? Samsung Galaxy S20. Oh my gosh, I glitched there for a second. What's up with my Wi-Fi? What's up with my Wi-Fi? I just glitched there. But anyways, just imagine having to say that to somebody. Somebody walks up to you and says, "Hey, what kind of phone do you have?" You got a mouthful to say right there. You're gonna be like, "Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition." Like, huh? Like, what is it? The naming schemes is just kind of crazy. From Best Buy and Amazon, I hear they're selling it for $600. Who knows? Maybe like $100 off special when the phone launches. The Fan Edition. I don't know. I just see that price tagging it is $699, so basically $700. Price the same as what like the Pixel 5 would be. And then if that's the case, it kind of makes sense considering the specifications for the phone itself. But I'm not a big fan of One UI. I'm really not. I think it looks good though. I played around with it on Carlos's phone, so I think it's pretty good. But I'm just not like a huge fan of it. I still prefer, as stock of an Android experience as I can get. So, anyways, yeah. Let's just kind of jump into the Amazon Luna really quick. So we'll just kind of dive into the Amazon Luna, kind of just going through these a little bit quick. It's Saturday, so I'm not trying to take too much of people's times because it's the weekend. You guys should be relaxing, but you guys chose to be here with me. And for that very reason, I thank you. I thank you for joining me this morning. Because I ain't the most entertaining guy in the world. So let's see. We'll keep the comments going here. Samsung is releasing the Galaxy S21. Make America Great Again Trump edition. Oh my god. So like what would they do to short that one out? Like the Samsung Galaxy S21 MAGA E or just ME if they really wanted to really kind of shorten that. Let's see. These companies coming with names of phones, they just want your money. Yeah, of course, man. Of course, Carlton. Like that's absolutely right. They just want your money. They don't care about you. That's why I don't understand like, the diehard like loyalty. Like I can understand like the geek fanboy out. You know what I mean? Like you geek out, like I geek out over Pixel phones, right? But if someone wants to argue the point and say, well, the Pixel 4's battery sucks, I'm not gonna go get mad and try to come up with some sort of excuse to defend it. Truth be is truth be. That's my opinion. Yeah, we'll see here. Chanel just for the novelty. I'd get that bad boy. All right, we'll kind of just kick it off with the Amazon Luna here. Let me just go and full screen this here real quick, just for you guys. We'll kind of just go over it. This article coming out of Gizmodo. Let me go ahead and just drop the article link in the chat. Again, like I said, I'd like to cite my sources so that way people can look it up for themselves and not be like, where are you getting the stuff from? There you go. Anyways, Amazon Luna isn't solving cloud gaming's biggest problem. Oh, a nice article from Gizmodo. Luna, no, not the surprisingly delicious protein bars, is Amazon's upcoming foray into the world of cloud gaming. basically, i.e., similar to Google Stadia. Some of us probably rolled our eyes at the announcement and thought, why does Amazon need to have its greedy little paws and everything? Because that's what companies do, obviously. When you dig into the announcement and see what its services will offer at launch, there's nothing mind blowing about it. Arguably, even less so compared to Stadia's launch nearly a year ago. Luna is going to be the same in the same spot Stadia was and still is. There are big problems with cloud gaming, and Luna is so far isn't poised to solve any of them. All right, so let's see what they're saying. By definition here, I don't want to read like too much of this stuff. Let's see. It's a real question whether or not Amazon can pull this off. So it's talking about immediate problems that Amazon seems to be struggling with. Okay. To talk about the CEO a little bit. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. By comparison, Google had time exclusives and signed more exclusive deals with developers to bring their new games to Stadia next year. And when Stadia was still in its testing phase, Assassin's Creed's Odyssey was the game beta testers played. Assassin's Creed, yeah, we'll go on to that. Blah, 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 blah. What are they really kind of like focusing on as far as like the problem? See, Amazon does own the Lumberyard game engine and integrates with Amazon Web Services. So it's possible they could get a small game exclusive or two to start like Stadia did with the game Guilt. But it doesn't look like Amazon has spent any of its billions on snagging exclusives. Amazon could have made a bigger splash with its announcement if it had a flashy in-house exclusive to launch with Luna. Man, all these things are just perspectives, man. There's not like really like any like down pack hardcore, what problems would they face or what problems are they still facing, This is just like, super gamers just picking away at it. And like, no, I don't know. This is just, whatever. It is what it is. You guys can read the article afterwards, if you guys want to, but I'll just initially say this. So catch up with the comments here. Let's see. It's interesting. Amazon is getting into the cloud gaming space. Yeah, it is, but I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah. Yeah. You are ready. What up, Alex? You need to go to Amazon's website, bro. It breaks it down. I mean, pretty much people can figure what Luna is. What I want to know is why Gizmodo says that it doesn't solve cloud gaming's biggest problems. See, I want to know exactly what they highlight as cloud gaming's biggest problem. Because initially that's where a lot of gaming services and gaming platforms are going towards. They're gearing off to. Like the launch of the PS5, there are two versions of the PS5, right? So there's the PS5 that, it has no slot for any discs. And then there's the PS5 that has a slot for discs. Obviously, if you're going to have, disc gameplay, that console is going to cost a bit more than the discless console. But why are they even coming out with a discless console? Why are they coming out where it's, downloadable game? Well, because everything is moving, for online download in digital gaming. Now, digital gaming is not exactly what cloud gaming is. Obviously, there are massive differences between the two. Obviously, being the fact that one is that you're downloading a digital copy of a game to some sort of hardware to household and play the game. Cloud gaming is that there is no digital file to be downloaded other than the application source itself, right? So like with Stadia, you download Stadia, that gives you access, or you can open up your Chrome browser and go to Stadia's website and play it from there when you sign in. So there's two ways to actually access Stadia, which is cloud gaming. Once you download the app Stadia onto your device, or if you go to the browser and access it that way, there is a library of games. Now you pay for access to specific games, right? So that's one of the things. As a matter of fact, let me just open up Stadia and share that with you guys. So you guys can see what Stadia looks like. So let me just go to the site itself. I think I have it here. Where are you? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, got you. All righty. So I'll stop the screen share for that. Let me just kind of, okay, yeah. Well, why are you showing me this? Where is my sign in? Why are you telling me to try it out for 1 month free? Dingbat. Where is my sign in? There it is. Well, I guess they changed the way the website looks, kind of. Or, anyways, all right. Let me screen share what Stadia just looks like. So for those people who have not actually dabbled with it, you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So we're gonna screen share Stadia. I'm waiting for it to. Okay. There we go. All right. So you're greeted with this, right? So when you sign in, This is what Stadia looks like. Okay. Now, obviously, you see there's home. Home is going to show all the list of games that I basically have access to. Some of them are free because with the Stadia Pro membership, there are games that they update every month on the list that gives you access to it without having to buy. So, like PUBG is one, SteamWorld Dig 2, Little Nightmares, which I want to start playing again. Power Rangers, Battle for the Grid. Like these games were given with access for for free. So I didn't have to pay anything additional for those. You know what I mean? Um, let's see here. Let me just catch up with some of the comments real quick. Keystone Tech, yo, what's up? What's going on? I just think it's awesome. It's going to be really affordable. So I'm like, $5.99 for Luna. Yeah, it is. It is. That is cheaper than Google Stadia. I'll give it that much. No, you. Hi. How's it going? Yeah, I got you, man. Typo a little bit with that, but no worries, bro. But anyways, yeah. So this is where you would find your games that you have access to, just right there on the section called Home. Now, could they make the UI a little bit better? Of course. All right, but if you want to get games, then there's the Stadia store. So when you click on that, obviously it's loading up because, yeah. Anyways. So this is the store. This is where you access games to, to gain access to, like to add to your library or to purchase. So you guys see, like right now, I have $10 off my next game purchase. This is something that they gave me, so I haven't used it yet. Now you see, with Stadia Pro, play Division 2 free all weekend with Stadia Pro. So I guess this is Tom Clancy's Division 2. This is probably like just like a beta access or like a demo for people, and then when the game goes full live, you have to purchase it. But then like here, you got a section called New Release. As you guys can see, Serious Sam 4, $39.99. Hotline Miami, $9.99. Hotline Miami 2, wrong number, $14.99. You got WWE 2K Battlegrounds Digital Deluxe Edition, and then just Battlegrounds, $39.99 for the regular. Deluxe Edition is $49.99. So it is like buying hard copies of a game, except it's not. And when you purchase these, you don't have to download them. They're stored on a server, so your profile on Stadia has access to it. So anytime that you click it in your homepage, it launches the game, it plays. You need Wi-Fi to connect to play. Like you see, there's Assassin's Creed Odyssey. There's a Division 2 Warlords of New York expansion. So those are add-ons or basically DLCs. You got Red Dead Redemption 2, which is currently on sale right now for $40.19. And yeah, so these are like all of the games that's currently on sale. And then the ones that are Stadia Pro, these are the ones, as you can see, like some of them that are normally like priced, they're crossed out because they're given to you. Now the thing about Stadia Pro games is that, like, say like I decide to get Metro Last Light Redo. Say I get this game right here, right? Because normally it's $19.99, but it's free for this month on the Stadia Pro. If I add this to my library, once they go back to charging for the game, I don't have to pay anything. I don't. As a matter of fact, here, I'm just gonna show you guys. I'm gonna grab this game, Super Bomberman Online. This seems pretty cool. I might start playing this. But see, like you click here to claim the game is mine, right? So even like, let's say like this game went back to being like, say $10, right? They're not going to charge me $10 for the game because they gave it to me already. So as long as I maintain my my Stadia Pro membership, this game is mine. If I cancel my account and delete it, I lose all the games. Which somebody who's a heavy game player is not really going to cancel the games. You know what I mean? So that's basically the cloud gaming. That's what it is. So let's see here. Catch up with comments. Hey Tito, hey, what's up? What's going on? Slash Jason, ew, Google Stadia, LOL, vomit face. Why don't you like Stadia? What did it do to you? Howdy everybody. I am so sorry, man, if my internet is acting wacky and it's glitching out. I'm so sorry. I don't know what the heck is going on with my internet. That is absolutely crazy. Let's see. Okay. Howdy everybody. Hey, what's up, Oscar? How's it going? Let me see. Catching up with these comments here. I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you? Righty. I'm glad you guys are doing good. But anyways, so that's what cloud gaming is. So that's what Luna is going to be similar to. Why am I glitching so badly today? Let me post in the chat to let everyone know. I don't like this. No, okay. Sorry, I'm glitching. I really am. Anyways, so I think Luna is going to be good at a cheaper price. My lord. I should move my phones away from a minute or something like that. I don't know. Maybe they're causing interference. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. My younger brother guessed my password on my Periscope, and he streamed on my phone and showed his face, and I had to take the stream down on Periscope account. Wow, that's crazy. I don't like my games being subscription services or being played streamed through internet. I don't like the games turning into Netflix. I see. But you do understand, though, that technically a lot of the gaming platforms are going to be switching out to this type of gaming style. Like, it's inevitable before they decide to start doing it. And the reason why is because there's no, there's nothing that really has to be maintained other than their servers. You know what I mean? Some of them will just go to like online, basically, where you download the actual file itself. But even with online downloads, like one of the problems you got to worry about is file corruption. Yeah, I'm glitching a bit. Yeah, no, I can tell. I can see it on my end. So it must be see, Tito, do you know Tech Extremist? No, I don't know him. I've never met him in person or hung out with him. I know that he's in my area or lives in my area. He's never reached out to meet me, and I've never reached out to meet him. So nope, never met him. Gotta go, Tito. Have a great weekend, man. All right, Caleb, man, take it easy, bro. I guess probably, some things are happening this weekend for you. Shaking the bed, possibly. Who knows? But whatever you do, bro, stay safe. Let's see. Do you like the thumbnail I made for my live stream? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's dope. So, anyways, to the point, right? So, I mean, cloud gaming, Luna $5.99 is going to give Stadia a run for its money because, I mean, it's like, $4 cheaper. Now, I don't know what kind of exclusive games that Amazon Luna is going to have. Google doesn't have any exclusive games to its lineup. I really wish they would have gotten Streets of Rage 3, but obviously, still to this point, possibly not coming to the platform itself. Anyway, let's kind of move on to this one, Pixel 5 release date. This is coming courtesy of John Prosser. So yeah, let's kind of full screen this. Well, it's actually full screen right now. So let me just close these out. Any articles I'm done with, I'm just going to close it out just to kind of save a little bit. And close that out. I'll keep it like that. All right, cool. Dun, 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 dun. This comes courtesy of Tom's Guide. Let me just kind of grab the link here, post it in the chat, cite my source, so you guys see what I'm talking about. That is my source. Let's see here real quick. I like you, Tito, man. I really want a Pixel, but I love iOS features with this iOS 14. Bro, if you love iOS and the features that it's offering now with iOS 14, bro, stick with it. I mean, you could always like, if you really want to try a Pixel, but you don't want to spend a lot of money on it, then try the Pixel Foray. It's cheaper, $350, and it's probably gonna go on sale. It's gonna have some sort of sale deal, probably like maybe Black Friday, maybe for like Christmas or something like that. Like always keep your eyes peeled, your ears you know, zoning in because there may be some deals. All right, this comes from Tom's Guide. Pixel 5 release date just leaked and it could steal iPhone 12's thunder. I highly doubt that statement. I love how these guys like to cause beef. I don't think the Pixel 5 is going to steal the iPhone 12's thunder. All right, this is the iPhone 12 they're talking about, for peeps' sakes. Anyway, this says here from the article excerpt here I'm going to take out right now. The Google Pixel 5 will be unveiled at Google's event September 30th. And pretty much we're all well aware of that. But its actual release date could be before Apple's new iPhone 12. I think that as well, too. Oh, a lot of geniuses at these articles, the way they write it. The shipping schedule comes courtesy of John Prosser, whose Twitter posts leaks have proved accurate more than often not. Prosser claims to have the shipping dates for the Pixel 5 and Foray 5G, and the latter could require a pretty long wait. See, that's what I don't like. Pre-orders for both new Google phones will begin the same day as Google event, according to Prosser, and the Pixel 5 will ship approximately 2 weeks later on the 15th of October. Apple's new iPhone 12 rumored to take place October 13th, and the release date may be October 23rd. So the Pixel 5 could wind up beating the iPhone 12 to the market. Yes, it could come out earlier, but that doesn't mean it's going to give it the best advantages on sales. You know what I mean? That's these people. Prosser tweets contain some of the information about the Pixel 5, namely that it will be available in just black and subtle sage. So I guess that's the name they're going to call it. The latter color seemingly confirms the green version of the Pixel 5 tweeted out by others earlier this week. Well, obviously because the Google event photo showed Chromecast, Google TV, it showed the Nest Home speaker, and then it showed the Pixel in a greener color. So, I mean, this whole thing of like it's been tweeted by others, it's in Google's photo of their event lineup. My. I guess this is why Techno gets kind of aggravated with news publications. But anyways, here's the tweet from John Prosser. It says Pixel 5 5G. Just black, subtle sage. Pre-order September 30th. Launch October 15th. They made an oopsie with the 4A, and he says Pixel 4A 5G, just black. Pre-order September 30th. Launch November 19th. And the Pixel 4A 5G, clearly white, delayed till 2021, will most likely be canceled altogether. What? Okay, John Prosser, not pay my people. But that is some sad news for the Pixel 4a 5G, and I think that's what's really going to kill it. So here's my thing about it, though. This is just like, man. This is what I have to say about it. All right, so let's go in. Let me catch up comments here. Nokia phone all day from /Jason. I'm definitely buying the Pixel 5. Nice. Hey Tito, I guess you mean, are there 5G on any of my carriers? AT&T has 5G. I don't know if Visible has 5G access yet. I don't think they sell any 5G capable phone. Well, no, they do. I think they do. We'll look at Visible here in a little bit, just to kind of confirm that. I like both Pixel and iPhone. Nice. If Google fixes the video on Pixels, it's going to be a hit. Doubt it. I doubt it. They're going to fix the videos because Google has no intentions of really wanting to fix the video capabilities on it. See, here's the thing. I get it, people will quickly jump and say Pixel's videos are trash, but okay, I'll demo right now. Unlock. This is my Pixel 4. Okay. All right. So video. Okay. Go like this. I'll pan to the computer. I'll pan. This is where I'm going with why Google is not going to fix the video and still mostly focus on still photography. All right, so I just took a video. Okay. I'll pan to the computer. I'll pan. It's not like you're shooting through a potato. This is where I'm going with why Google is not going to fix. I'll pan to the computer. I'll pan. You know what I mean? It's like a thing. It's kind of hard to do these things when you have a Chromebook that doesn't have a very good camera. And that would be the camera sensor itself. Let's see if I can lower the volume and play this again. I'll pan to the computer. I'll pan. It's not like you're shooting through a potato. It's just not. This is where I'm going with why Google is not going to fix. I'll pan. So like if you're somebody who like wants to like vlog, then sure, if you're trying to get like the absolute best quality in video, you know, your best bet is an iPhone. iPhone shoots really good. Samsung records great videos too. Those are going to be your best bets, right? With the Pixel, you're going to have it to where it can record a video and you'll be able to see what you're recording. You'll be able to get decent video. Will I say it's going to be the best? No, but when people are like, prove your point. My videos from all of last year were shot with a Pixel 3. Like the ones that I've done where either I was sitting in front of the camera and just talking and, showing up like little photos, like, on the screen display, or if I was, shooting another device review, they were done with the Pixel 3. I've gotten good compliments on the video quality. Sadly to say, it's a Pixel 3 that shot that video. So yeah, they have no intentions to make their videos better. They're always going to be focused on still photography, and that's going to be it. And the name is in itself, Pixel. That's really where it's going to. I hate to say it, but that's really what it is. Jesus. I hate to say it, CF, but that's really where they're going with it. It's going to be still photography, and that's what it's going to be. Had to like and share for hey, Sneed, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Man. And I am going to open the sucker up here in a little bit. But I just got to say this. If this is true, okay, if John Prosser is right about the release dates, we are, yeah, this is, hey, Sean Robinson. Sean Robinson's in here. Yay. Thank you so much for coming in, man. Good morning to you. So again, basically unveiling of both the Pixel 5, Pixel Foray 5G, September 30th, and pre-orders start that day. But for the Foray 5G Just Black, will launch November 10th, I believe. Go back to that just to make sure I confirm this right. From what John Prosser, I don't pay my people, what he says. Yeah, so September 30th, pre-order start. The launch for the Pixel 5, October 15th. So that's when, you can go to Google Store and buy it on October 15th. For the 4A 5G, that would be November 19th. So clearly a month after the Pixel 5 launch. Why are they doing this? This is what I don't understand. And he says that the 4A 5G, the clearly white edition, delayed till 2021, but he says will most likely be canceled. But the just black variant of the Pixel 5 and the Subtle Sage, which is the green color, will be available on October 15th. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. They had more than enough time to manufacture, I guess, in my opinion. They did. All right, so link in the chat if you guys would like to join in and chime in on this. I am literally just like, what the fudge? Literally, like, what the fudge, Google? It's like, I don't understand. I don't understand this. We're getting closer and closer. I'm getting more excited. I mean, obviously, we're getting closer. Members of Team Pixel that I know of have confirmed with me that they've all gotten their email that basically, what is this? Bugging me. Lint. They all confirmed with me that they got their email to make sure that their address is up to date because they got a little gift coming. And like the way that the email says it is like there's a gift on your way to you, but you probably already know what it is. Yeah, they already know what it is. I'm guessing it's going to be Pixel 5s or probably both. Who knows? But it's going to be a little bit weird for me. What's the issue? The Foray 5G. Okay, so like the 5 will be available to purchase, launch October 15th, but the Foray 5G not until November 19th. Clearly a month after the 5. So if they have an issue with the clearly white version of the Pixel 4a 5G, I understand. Launch the just black. I don't know. We really have to. So for me, I really have to dig in to understand why the 4a 5G is going to be launched a month after the Pixel 5. Like entirely what went on? What's going on? I mean, I'm just I'm just baffled that the 4a 5G is not going to be available in October. But like I say to to these news publications who like to just basically cause drama, talk about it's going to beat the iPhone 12 to the market. Well, duh, of course, if it's released earlier, it's going to be in the market earlier than it will for the iPhone 12. But it's not going to kill the iPhone 12's thunder. That's just a stupid statement altogether. So for me personally, I feel like that. Those statements are really dumb. But the launch dates on these things, that's where I'm just like, well, what's happening here? So those people who are looking forward to the Pixel 4a 5G are going to have to wait a little bit longer, about a month longer for just the Just Black variant. And, according to John Prosser, I don't pay my people, the clearly white, he feels they're going to cancel that and just not ever release that. That's actually sad. But good morning, Lawrence. What's going on, bro?
Not much. Wednesday was a hell of a day.
Oh man,
We'll just put it this way: my eye appointment was a little over an hour. I had my eyes dilated. Then by that time was done. Then we went to we was in the Woodard Mall, did what I needed to do. Then went to my 2:30 pain management appointment. Then from there we went into town. They took all the pictures of the towers and came home, and I was like out of it for the past 2 days.
Wow, man. Yeah, I remember you saying something like that. You had appointments on those days, so you were pretty busy.
It wasn't fun getting my eyes dilated.
Yeah,
it was because they don't give you the shades that they used to give you, the small squared off ones. So when you put it on, and you put on your glasses don't fall off.
Oh man!
They give you that rounded one that looks like something out of Star Trek. You look like you look like Data.
Oh, Joey LaForge.
you look all rounded off and stuff.
Oh man! Yeah, that'll totally suck. Oh my god, man! These Pixel News, man, it's killing me because like it's next week, the event. I'm actually gonna live stream the event. I'll try in a bit. Sneed says, so watching this on 144p T-Mobile. Oh wow, yeah.
Right now, I'm just hoping for a good trade-in value when I get my iPhones.
For the iPhone 12.
Yep.
Yeah. Bro, don't you hate it when these I mean, it's not a really big deal because I don't have to read these publications. I just think it's very funny when they try to like create these little dramas, and you for a fact, like I will tell anybody this, and I'm a Pixel fanboy, but the release of the Pixel 5 and it coming out a little bit earlier, yes, of course, by default it's going to be in the market faster than the iPhone 12 because the iPhone 12 releases a little bit later, but it's not going to steal the iPhone 12's thunder. It's just not. That's a bad statement to make. It's just not. The iPhone 12 is always going to be like absolutely popular. People that are fans of the iPhones are always going to rave and scream the loudest for the events when they release them. No one's going to look and be like, oh, the iPhone 12 came out. Nobody who likes Apple products is going to think or feel that way unless they're stoned out of their mind or they're like super sick and they just can't even get out of bed. That's the type of reaction you'll get. But like, yeah, like I don't know, man. These publications are just retarded. It's like they're trying to stir the pot for drama, and the Pixel 5 is not even a flagship. It's not going that route, so it's just crazy, man.
And it's Apple. If Apple was that concerned, they could easily change their dates.
Yeah, they would, but they're not. As a matter of fact,
they have the ability to do that.
Apple's notorious for changing their dates just to troll other companies. They don't change it in fear of it taking any thunder out of their sales of their product. You know, they'll do the exact opposite. They'll troll other companies. Hey, my wife's awake. Good morning, babe. Babe, you can sleep in. It's 11:16 a.m. You can sleep in, babe. You had a rough week, and you got a rough week ahead of you. Flip phones all day, says /Jason. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think John Prosser? Do you think he's right about this though? That the Foray 5G is going to release a month later, so November 19th instead of October 15th with the Pixel 5? I don't know. Did I glitch again?
No.
Oh. No, I was asking you, do you think that the Foray 5G is going to release on November 19th as John I don't pay my people Prosser says?
Who knows? There's a good chance, but it doesn't make sense. They should just launch everything the same day. Like Apple.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Like they had enough time for Foxconn to build all these phones. Like to have at least enough for launch date. They had enough time to do it. So I'm not entirely sure.
Maybe it's just a shipping issue then.
Maybe. Could be. Those are variables I didn't even think of.
Because how many different Pixels are they coming out with?
Just two, the 4A 5G and the 5.
Oh God. And they can't get that right.
Does it look bad? If John Prosser's right, it looks very bad. All right, babe. Yeah, go back to sleep. Sleep in. You know, you're good. It's Saturday. I'll see you when I'm done with the podcast and you wake up. 416 Guppies, I'm here. Hey, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, oh, Google, what the hell are you doing, man? Because I mean, for those people who were like, because like the price is like about $699, right? That's pretty much like everyone's like last thought before the event launches. So that's $700. So a lot of people who were probably looking at the Pixel 5, thinking that it would be like 650 or less, are now more than likely going to opt for the Pixel 4a 5G. But now they're kind of like screwed out of getting a device sooner because the 5 will launch on the 15th of October. But there's, John Prosser's claiming that the 4a 5G and just the black version of the 4a 5G launches on November 19th. So you got to wait like another month later after the release of the Pixel 5. It's just like, or is this like a marketing strategy? Like they know that people are still not going to be very happy with the $700 price tag on the Pixel 5. So let's put that out first, put the 4a 5G out a month after. Like, I don't know, man. I just can't.
It sounds like they're pulling a OnePlus with the color schemes.
Yeah. Yeah, that does sound about right, too. There's so many variables to this, man. It's just
That's why for the thumbnail I've made the 5.4, the Mr. Potato Head. You see how like it looks like the Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
And then I made the pig, and then the fox, and then the 5.7 Pro Max has a dog's face on it because that's the big boy.
Here. Pixel has better camera. They're using the same camera sensor, so I don't know, man. Other companies are really catching up. 128 gig for the 5 shakes my F head. Let's see. I don't care for 5G. Why not? I'm not buying it. Solid. I mean, will you buy it when it goes on sale? Like, say, like if they had like a Black Friday sale for the Pixel 5 and they knocked off $200, would you buy it then? That's the question. Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition is $550 on Best Buy. Why is it even a fan edition? I don't understand. What's up, guys? John, link in the chat just above you, or I'll just pop it in again if you want to come in and chit chat. It's pretty much the podcast is opened up for those to pop in if you'd like to. Okay, let's see. Google needs to give us more option colors for Pixel 5. Yeah, I think it would be nice to have more color options. But then again, too, like this year's not really the year for anything. I mean, I'm not gonna like completely put it on the pandemic, but I'm just gonna say like this is not the year for anybody to be motivated for anything. So
It's kind of weird that people are so worried about color. Think about it. You buy the phone, you get the color you want, then you end up putting a case on it where you can't see the color in the first place.
yeah,
So
that's one.
and that's why I only buy black phones. I only will get space gray from Apple because it doesn't matter because by the time I put a case on it, you can't see nothing on the screen. So what's the point about worrying about a color?
Well, here's another thing too, right?
Unless
Okay,
you use clear cases, then.
Allah, babe, you cussed. It's like, hey, look who's in here. It's RJ. What up, RJ?
Hey, what's going on, man?
So, like, here's my point on this, and what you're saying, Lawrence. You're absolutely right. People throw a case in there, but there's another option too, and I share this with people all the time. So this is my Pixel 4. Now, well, since RJ is in here, he can confirm this. RJ, you know by the power button, this is not the clearly white Pixel 4, right?
Uh,
Look at the power button.
Yeah, hang on 1 second.
I gotta grab his Pixel 4 XL.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, this is not the clearly white, and you can tell by the power button because the power button's white.
Mhm.
On the clearly white, it's orange.
It's orange. Yeah.
I skinned my just black Pixel 4 to be the clearly white. You could always skin your device to a color that you want. We got another guest in here, Keystone Tech. What's going on, bro?
Not much. I just want to say something real quick about the Pixel 5. If they're
Go for
giving
it.
us a flagship, they can't give us 256 or 512 or something like that. It's like me buying an upgraded Pixel 4a. That's what it's like. You might as well get a Pixel 4a for the 5, and you pay extra for it. It really don't make no sense what Google is doing with this phone. I'm thinking it's going to be much higher than that. So you want the big boy? They should have big boy specs. Look, and then the S and the 20 fan edition just went ahead and bitch slapped them in the face. That's what they did with that new phone when they came out. So I don't know what they're gonna do now.
Well, Google's not really trying to position their Pixel 5 to be like the big boys anymore. They're going a totally different direction with it, and honestly, they haven't really pulled out when it came to like with the Pixel 4, 4 XL, right? Like I really feel like that. Their territory is not seeking to go against the Galaxy S's or the iPhone. So this route they're going with going more mid-range, I think kind of suits them in a way to put more pixels in people's hands, those that might be interested. But yeah, another more storage options would have been nice. I would agree with that instead of just a solid 128.
Exactly.
What's up, Sneed?
Bah. What's up, Terry? What's up, Lawrence?
What's
Yo,
up?
what's up?
Hey, Tito, what's going on, guys?
Oh man.
It's the majestic
Oh, man.
goat. I'm the Billy Goat.
I'm just baffled that the Pixel 5 will launch October 15th. According to John Prosser, I don't pay my people. October 15th for the 5 and November 19th for the 4A 5G. That's crazy.
So it's not just a certain color; it's the actual device.
And I put the 4A. I put the 4A or hoping the Pixel 5 would be a better phone. So I might as well just go ahead, get the damn fan edition and get the 4A. Might as well now and save my money.
Those are options. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Exactly.
This doesn't really. I think they got to fix their launch times, man. I think Google's got to start launching their phone in May or something, or June.
I think so. They do, because this is weird. Because like I said, like those people that look at the Pixel 5 and it's like, I don't see myself paying $699 for this phone, but would rather go with the 4A 5G, which is $499.
No.
But they gotta wait a month later after the 5 comes out, if that's true. Because I mean, again, this is John Prosser, and yeah, while he's been right on most of the times that he's made his leaks, he could be wrong. Nothing is for sure until we cross that bridge.
That's true. Basically, you got to get the phone in hand and know what it is. So we can't really just judge it right away yet and throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, but he got the launch date of the iPhone SE on spot, on point.
The SE is on point. That's a good phone. And it's so tempting not to be able to get it. And I think I might get it. You know what I mean? The reason why I won't get it, because I have a Note 20 Ultra. It's what I have right now. And I have an LG Velvet. But that phone and that red is so tempting to get from Samsung. So I mean, that's one of the best phones that they came out with its price too. You still get text and all the features on it that you want, just like you could get on the Notes.
Yeah.
Do you have an iPhone, Terry, right now?
I don't have no iPhone. I got rid of the iPhone for the Velvet.
I was gonna say, I remember you had one, so you must have traded it or something.
I traded in, yep. And then I traded that in. I got the LG Velvet. I just got to I'm be getting the case like Monday.
Terry, tell me about the Velvet, bro. You recommend it, bro? Are you liking it, man?
Yes, I do. I recommend it because I mean, the sound on this phone is good. The dual speakers is on it. It got its own built-in EQ in it, which is pretty good. Because when I tried the boom EQ really filtered it out. So pretty much use the EQ, the Dolby Atmos that's in it, and it sounds good. The Bluetooth on it is amazing, and the graphics on it. There's just a screen. It's as sensitive as the U11, and you gotta have a case on it too. And you got the dual screen set up with it too. So when you get that, you pretty much got yourself a good mid-range phone right there for the price that you're getting it.
Yeah, man. Wow, that sounds really good.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good things about the LG Velvet. So,
but see, that's what if you want a Google version of the Velvet, that's what you're getting out of the Pixel 5.
Yeah,
you know, if you're looking for that price point, that feature set, that chipset, probably a better camera. You know, I mean, not that the LG camera is going to be bad, but I'm just saying, based on track record, Google does a better camera than LG.
It's true. The camera on my Pixel 3a is still pretty good camera on it. That's all. Yeah. Here's a phone that doesn't even really get no more respect no more. I still use from time to time. Know what this one is, right?
Let me full screen you.
TCL.
TCL 10 Pro? Oh, is it 10L?
Yeah, people just pretty much forgot about that phone.
Man, friends don't let friends TCL, bro.
and I'm gonna let you know too. These phones are going to be forgotten about within 6 months. Nobody's going to be thinking about them, and nobody's not going to really buy the phones from them like that.
He might be right, man.
TV.
Yeah.
Terry's been doing this for a while now, man. He's been buying a lot of phones for the last couple of years.
I think you're better off buying a TCL, but friends don't let friends join T-Mobile in 2020.
Oh, I forgot to ask you. Terry, are you still using T-Mobile service?
Nope. I'm strictly Verizon. Verizon has opened up my doors for me to buy my phones, pay off my phones, and because what I do, every phone I get, I try to pay it off like every 2 to 3 months.
What was the situation with T-Mobile? Why'd you leave?
T-Mobile was a ripoff. I'm gonna tell you right now. They double charge for the phones and everything, and on top of that, the service was pretty good, but it just kept going up and up and up and up no matter how much I pay for it. Verizon pretty much got that under control.
Yeah.
Well, man.
And I don't like the new president for T-Mobile, to be honest with you. I like the last dude that was on there.
Yeah, but John Ledger, man.
John Ledger.
Lying, bro.
Which T-Mobile plan did you have?
That was a long time ago. I had the unlimited plan with that, and it seemed like they wanted you to pay an arm and a leg, and plus T-Mobile didn't help build up your credit like Verizon helped build up your credit.
Yeah, that's true. The financing is better, and that's true.
And I'm doing things that most people in my tri-state of Philadelphia don't do. Pay off your phones. You pay your phones off, you can get the next top.
Ain't got no credit,
one.
Dog.
You know what I mean? And pay that off, and you build. Next thing you know, you got a big collection of phones, and you got exclusive top-notch phones. You don't got the bullshit-ass phones no more, or the mid-range phones.
So what's the next phone for you? Are you doing the Google phones? You gonna do the iPhone? What you gonna do?
I'm most likely gonna do the iPhone Pro Max, the top of the line Pro Max, and here's the next one I'm gonna get. I wasn't gonna get the Galaxy Fold, but I've been hearing so much good things about it. When I talked to Easy, I told him, listen, I'll let you go ahead and get it Easy, and let me see how you think about it. And I've been hearing good stuff about it, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get that Z Fold. You know what I mean? But I won't be taking it out with me anywhere. It'll be at home. That's one place it'll be at because that phone is kind of sensitive, and you got to have a good case for it. Yeah. And another one I'm looking at too. That Fanboy. I think I might have to put that in. I had to put that in the collection too.
Yeah, but you got the Ultra right now. You got the Note.
Yeah,
right?
I got the top of the line, but I want something I could use for personal business. My Ultra right now is being used for business purposes, and it's a great business phone.
Link in the chat, Scoop, if you want to join us. That's interesting, man. The Fold 2, I'll tell you, man, it's actually pretty nice. I got to play around with it when Carlos was here this past week, so he let me play around with it when he came over, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool.
I guess people are returning that Surface Duo, man.
Yeah.
People aren't liking that thing.
The Surface Duo, what that is, that's an old business Microsoft machine. You might as well get yourself a laptop computer. You're going to get that.
I mean, is it still a phone, though?
It's a phone, but I mean, I couldn't use that for a phone. I'll basically be using that for just strictly business and doing everyday Microsoft things on it. That's why I will be basically doing it. I can't really look at that as a phone for real.
That has a nice interface to it. I think my only gripe with it when I was playing around with the Surface Duo was like the camera. When I was playing around with the camera, it wasn't that good.
So it's not as good as a phone as some of these other phones.
It's not good because it's not meant to be that type of phone. It's meant to be used for Microsoft purposes. That's what it's meant to be, and be used as a business machine. That's what it's meant to be. One thing I love about these Samsungs too, the DeX is beautiful on these phones, and the wireless DeX. You just gotta make sure you have the right monitor for it, and you gotta have a wireless monitor, or you have to go back to the old-fashioned cords to connect.
I want to try that, bro. I want to try that DeX, man.
Get yourself a Fanboy joint. S20 Fanboy. They have DeX on there.
I got the Note 10 Plus. I could do DeX with that, right?
Oh yeah, you could. Oh yeah, definitely a Note 10. A lot of people ain't really gave their Note 10s up because it's almost like the same phone, you know. So that's the difference.
What's going on, everybody?
What's happening, Scoop?
You know, chilling here in the Vegas.
Scoop, you know I'm gonna have to bring you on the live stream, bro. On the next one, bro. You ain't been on one of my live streams. This is craziness.
I have not been on one of your live streams.
I'm gonna send you an invite.
It's the West Coast
What's your work
thing.
schedule like?
It's the West Coast thing, Sneed. You start like right when I'm wrapping up at work, and I don't get home till like 6 Pacific. So you're about done by the time I get home.
Damn. Straight up, man. I'm gonna have to do a later one, man.
If you do a later one, man, you know where to find me.
Yeah. Majestic goat status, bro. Bad.
Majestic goat bad.
What'd you think about these split launch dates that Prosser dropped on Twitter for the Pixels?
Do what you got to do, Google. Do what you got to do. I'm at that point right now with all these companies. You know what? If y'all want to make money, do what you got to do. Make money. I ain't gonna stop you.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm incredibly impressed at some of the trading prices that Samsung is offering right now to get the FE pre-ordered.
What are they giving?
They give something.
$650 trade-in on an 11 Pro. So basically, you can walk out the door right now for $50 and have an FE2 fan.
Wow.
What's the street value on a 11 Pro Max?
Like 720, 730 at 64 gigabytes, like 700.
That's pretty close, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's frighteningly good. So out the door. Plus they're giving you a $70 in-store credit for pre-ordering.
Oh, so you can use that towards like some buds or something like that.
Yeah, like so you can get the phone and like their version of phone. So out the door for $49.99.
Can't beat that with a stick.
Nah.
Right. I tested my Pixel 3a with the trade-in for the Fanboy edition. It took off like $250 off of it.
It's not bad.
That ain't bad, bro.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. For a phone that's only like 64 GB, you're getting a phone that's 128K with the professional Samsung hardware. You can't beat it with a stick.
I think though, for anybody out there that's an Android enthusiast, it's good to keep your Google phones. Always keep at least one. You know, like I have a 3XL. Before that, I had the 3AXL. So I've always kept a Google phone since the original. Even when I upgraded, I always kept one because it gets the software updates. It's got the best camera, you know, for photography. I always like having a Google phone.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, man.
That's true.
I'm thinking about grabbing a Foray.
But can't you put Gcam on some of these phones too? On these other phones?
Some of them, yeah. Hey, Scoop, if you want, bro, I think my 4A is going to be in Vegas any day now. Go get that thing from Carlos when he's done with it, bro. Meet up with him. Go get it, bro.
Oh, word. Yeah,
Just take it. Just take it. Use it if you like it. Bro, that thing was in New York City for a month. Now it's going to be in Vegas. Use it while it's out there, bro, before he sends it back.
Oh, word, yeah.
You could have told me that.
Man, I'll send it to Philly.
I don't care. I went to New York and grabbed it for you and got it to you.
Bro, I'll send it to you in Philly, bro. I don't mind, man.
It's being passed around. All I say is this, man: wear protection.
Yeah, that phone been hoeing, bro.
I've been focusing. I've kind of been pivoting away from mobile devices lately. Just need a break.
It's just so many of them coming out all at one time. You can't just get this one, get that one. Unless you got a $10,000 budget, that's the only way you can get them.
Shit, like Tito. Tito got it like that, bro.
Yeah.
I've just been going
Tito
out.
got the $10,000 budget on the phones. Oh, DSLR? Nice.
I wish I had a $10,000 budget on these phones, man. I do what I can.
What are you doing with that camera?
Oh, man, you haven't seen it in my videos?
Dude, I haven't been watching much. I ain't going to lie, man. I've got a couple of live streams here and there, but I haven't been watching many videos. So how much, well, first of all, what brand is it?
It's a Sony A6000.
All right.
And I've got 2 of the 3 Sigma Trio now. I got the 56 millimeter and the 30 millimeter.
All right. So you're going to be doing all your filming on that now?
Mainly, I got it mainly for photography.
Nice.
He's doing that abstract photography.
Yeah, I grew up doing street photography stuff. So I live in the perfect city for it. So
Vegas, oh yeah, that's a perfect spot for it.
It was a perfect opportunity to get back into street photography. So I also I just snagged the GoPro.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I walk around with the GoPro, video them as I'm shooting, and then I kind of splice them all together and turn it into a video.
Scoop, I watched that
What's
review
the specs and resolutions on the GoPros?
What's that?
What's the specs and resolutions on the GoPros? Like the 4K? What highest resolution does it go up to?
4K 60.
Man, that's good shit. Wow.
Yeah. So what was that? What was that, Sneed?
That lavalier mic that you bought and reviewed. You still using it?
Yeah.
You recommend it?
Oh, it's awesome.
All right, man. I'm gonna probably look into getting one, man. You could recommend it. That gives me a little confidence in buying it.
Yeah, man. It's solid, man.
I feel like I should have a
me
lavalier
and
mic,
Tana,
bro, when I'm rolling around and stuff.
That's recommended for me and Tana.
Oh, Tana uses it too?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take your advice on that. I think I'm gonna have to get that camera and start doing more of my videos on that. Because it's good doing this from a cell phone, but when you do it from an actual camera from off your head or sitting on your desk, you get better quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that camera now.
Man, I bought my wife a Nikon DSLR. She's used it like 3 times, bro. I spent a stack on it too. Got her lenses, you know. Yasmin's what, 4.5 now? She's used it maybe 3 times.
3 times? Wow.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, that was a big mistake, man. I shouldn't have bought my wife. She goes, "Can we get a DSLR?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, let's get you a Nikon, right? It's either a Nikon or a Canon." I was looking at the Sonys too, but I think at the time, the deal I got was really good for this Nikon. I ended up saving like $400, and it was a good deal or whatever. Black Friday.
And the thing about them DSLRs, you got to know what you're doing with them. You can have any camera on the phone or DSLR. You don't know how to work your camera. Your videos are going to come out like shit, no matter what. but you know what you're doing. Any video could come out good on any camera, especially on the DSLR when it makes you look crisp.
Yeah, my brother-in-law is a professional photographer. He does photography for NASA and Kent State University, and like he could teach her all of that. All the different techniques, all the different lenses, what they do, and stuff like that. But she just uses her iPhone. She slaps portrait mode when she wants to take a picture of my daughter. Yasmin's playing soccer, whatever. She just uses her phone. I'm like, man, you've used that camera like 3 times in 5 years. Like
that is the crazy part. So I love this camera. I love the things I can do with this camera. But knowing how to compose a photo, you can do more with less with that skill right there. Learning how to compose and learning how light works, you can do more with it than with any fancy camera in the world. I can pull some great shots from a Pixel. You're like, whoa. Exactly. But I understand lighting and photo composition. So,
how long have you been doing that, Scoop?
Oh God, I started before college and high school. I was doing 35 millimeter black and white, developing it myself.
Shit. That's sweet, bro.
Pretty soon I'm gonna do a photography show up this Velvet once I get my case. Once I get the door screen, then I'll start making more videos on it.
The Pixel 5 has my my attention. I'll put it that way.
That's what I'm saying, Scoop. Straight up, bro.
I am paying attention, Pixel. Do not let me down.
Look, I don't know which phones they're sending me. They're sending me something. So I was telling Tito, if you guys want, I'm just going to do an unboxing. Then I'm going to unbox it, and I'm going to start sending them around. So I'll be sending them all over the place. Vegas, Phoenix, New York, bro. Sending them out to you guys. You guys can do coverage on them if you want.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Oh, that's the next video.
Oh, is that for the payments?
Echo Loop.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
Yeah, I got this is the fit. This is the fit dummy. I've been wearing it around just to get used to it. I should have it next Tuesday.
Doesn't Mr. Mobile use one? I think for payments.
He's one like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he did a review on something like that last year. It's a cool product, man.
This is the Amazon connected one, so it's from Amazon. They did a whole invitation system for it. I got it a long time ago. I'm thinking, I guess they'll never pick me. Then I got the email. I'm like, they picked me.
Do you do all things Echo?
Yeah, my whole apartment's completely echoed out. Like when I get home from work, I hit the button on the app, and I'm like, hey, turn on the stream room lights. If I'm coming in to jump on the stream or something, I open the door and walk in. All I got to do is turn the computer on and get the StreamYard link, and I'm ready to go.
Interesting.
Yeah, I got my front room is hooked up to it too, and the connection is great because I can be in the car, not even on my Wi-Fi network, as long as it's through my account, it just turns my stuff on. So.
I dig that kind of stuff because, like, what was it? Last night I was live streaming. Latrell was on it, and he was showing me like all these things that he did to modify the house that he's in with his mom and everything. Bro, he's even got sensors installed on his mailbox. So, like, when the mail comes in, instead of him having to like look around and make sure the mailman comes, once you lift his mailbox and you close it, the lights in his house start blinking to notify him that the mail's been put in. So I'm like, bro, that cuts down anxiety having to wait for like a package or an important letter because your mail came.
There's levels of the automation of the household that for people that have maybe agoraphobia or they have different type of anxieties, social anxieties, truly animating and integrating technology into their lives is making their lives much easier to deal with some of the things they deal with.
Yeah.
Because if you have a phobia of going out, meeting people, knowing that your mail is here and knowing that anytime, hey, I know with mail's here, I can go out and want to deal with anybody. I can just go get it. That's a relief for a lot of people.
Yeah,
man.
And, I mean,
that was some cool stuff. He showed me.
There's a lot of cool stuff, man. And I know there's a lot of people that poo-poo it and privacy and everything. I said, you know what? As soon as you put yourself on the internet, privacy's out the window.
Yeah. Period. Exactly. nothing is sacred on the internet. So once you put yourself online, when you make you a Facebook profile or Twitter or whatever, you're in. Ain't nothing sacred no more.
Oh man, so I am,
especially when people are doxing people.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I am all for, especially when I got hurt, when I broke my leg. It was right when the Apple Watch came out, and it was next level for a wearable, and that made my life easy because I was on crutches for 5 months. And if I'm out and about somewhere and my phone rings, I'd have to stop, find something to lean up against or sit down on, pull my phone out, answer it. Well, instead, if I was still on my crutches, I'd just reach down, tap my Apple Watch. I'm still on my crutches, still on my feet, still balanced, going about life. You know, taking phone calls, sending text messages. Because my hands were always full on crutches.
Yeah.
So I fell in love with wearable technology because I realized I had a necessary use case for it. It wasn't a luxury. It became part of what helped me function.
Yep, that's what it's for. I mean, it made your day not just easier, but the essential things that became challenging were now more manageable.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
That's awesome, man.
And that's what it should be. It's
Don't
cool.
that watch has a heart monitor on it? That watch.
What's that?
Don't it have a heart monitor on it that helps?
Yeah.
And they saved Joe Heffy reviews.
Yes, it did. So I was a little upset when they came out with the fall detection after I was off crutches, because that would have been lovely.
Yeah.
I bailed once or twice on crutches. I'm not gonna lie.
Plus, the thing I like about my Apple Watch too is if I'm using my AirPods, the app, and if I have my Apple Watch on, it kind of acts like an extender. So I notice when I don't have my Apple Watch on, the Bluetooth range shortens. When I use my Apple Watch, I can go further and still sound clear. So it kind of acts like an extender.
This is very interesting. I never even thought about getting a watch. It's all making me interested in getting one now.
Well, It's great too. Think about it. When a phone call comes in, you're not pulling your phone out of your pocket every time. You just glance at your watch and it goes, oh, you know, especially half the time if you're getting scam calls or, you know, missed calls or calls you don't recognize, you're not pulling your phone out every 5 minutes just to look at a call that you're not going to answer.
Correct.
Right.
Then I work on a warehouse floor, and I get calls all day. I mean, that's why I joke about a battery on any phone. You can give me any phone battery in the world. I don't care how many milliamp hours it has. I can kill it.
Hey, GG, what's up?
Get a 0 lemon case, and all your problems will be solved.
Oh, I'd kill that too.
Yeah, it's GG.
Depending on the phone you have, it's 10,000. My iPhone SS Max, I got a 10,000 milliamp 0 lemon battery case.
The problem with me, Lawrence, is then it gets too big because again, I'm always moving on the warehouse floor, and it gets kind of cumbersome.
Yeah, that's why they have those belt clips for them.
Oh, I'd knock that thing off every 2 minutes.
You just add it to your Batman utility belt.
I would break that belt clip. I tried a belt clip one time on the floor and it went snap. I'm like, nope. Not wasting money.
But I'll say wearable technology does have its advantages because, like, when I worked for Sprint Retention, we weren't allowed to have our cell phones on us, but they had a locker just right outside from, like, the door that enters on the call floor. So, like, the range of my Bluetooth to my watch allowed me to get my messages and be able to, like, message back or whatever. So I loved having, like, a smart watch on my wrist when I went to work because sometimes the calls would just be, like, there would like barely be any in the queue, so we'd be just sitting at our desk doing nothing, just waiting for a call. So I'd just be texting people from my watch. That stuff comes in handy.
I might just try one of them Samsung watches and make a review on it. Be the first time for everything, you know. Straight up.
I've had every one of the gears up until this new one. And I have the Active 2 currently right now, and I like them. They're not bad. I feel the integration of Apple Watch into iOS is a lot more. I think I'll just say deeper. It's a deeper integration. It's a lot more control and information management through Apple with the Apple Watch, but like battery life and everything, you can't touch. You can't touch the Galaxies and the Gear watches.
Mm.
So which Apple Watch do you have?
I have a Series 5,
Which size?
the big boy.
Okay.
So, fellas, I'm going to get going out of here. Nice talking to y'all. We're going to have to definitely do this again. That's all.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard trying to keep up on the latest tech when you're so busy in your everyday life.
Yeah, it is.
So, Scoop,
But,
which color do you have? By
Definitely.
the way?
Shout out to Keystone Tech for coming in, man, bro. I'll grab the link to your channel and I'll drop it in the chat, bro, so people can come subscribe to you, man.
Oh, thank you very much, partners. All right, and I'll see y'all soon. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, bro. Take it easy, man.
So what color do you have?
I'm all black everything. So
Okay, perfect. Because I have a ton of those adapters. You can put any 24 millimeter watch band and make it into an Apple Watch band.
oh, nice. I'm good with the. I've got the loop that the active band that's on the Nike one with the holes in it. And that's really comfortable for me. I always just wear that one.
What I did was I went to Fossil and bought all their clearance bands, and I just slapped the adapter on it.
That'll work.
So it's like when they had those $5 bands, the $10 stainless steel ones. Went in the store. Okay, what 24 millimeter bands you have, and I would just buy the bands and attach them to the adapter and turn it into an Apple Watch band.
I just laughed at the people. Everybody keeps like, you get one of the Nomad titanium ones. You got to get one of the Nomad titanium ones. I'm like, I've got enough titanium in my body. I don't need any extra.
So you opting for if you were to upgrade, were you opting for the Series 6 or you grab like the SE one?
No, I'd get neither. The 5 is plenty for what I need. I don't really need the blood oxygen sensor with my own health issues at certain times of year. I carry a blood oximeter on me at all times, especially during cold and flu season.
Yeah.
So I already have one. I don't need to spend more money to get another one and to replace a piece of tech that does what I already have and need. So while I would recommend it to someone who's got like a 3 and they want to upgrade, 100%. 4, I'd still one of those. Okay, I mean, you can, but 5, I wouldn't buy a 6. Or someone looking to get in the game, get an SE. I call the SE models of Apple products. I call them the gateway drugs because they're the gateway to the ecosystem. They get you in the door.
That's an interesting terminology, man. I've never heard anyone call it that.
It's a gateway drug. They would joke about, it's a gateway drug. It gets you into heavier stuff. Well, that's what the SE line is. It gets you into the Apple ecosystem. It gets you into their services for not a lot of money. Now, from there, you can expand and spend more money if you want. Or if not, hey, you can just stay with that happy little gateway drug you got.
Definitely.
I got the Series 3. I'm waiting for the Series 7. When the Series 7 launches, then I'm going to get a new Apple Watch. Other than that, I'm holding off.
Yeah, and the funny part is everyone likes to, up and down. Oh man, they released so much stuff. If you think about it, you're in the 2-year cycle at that point. You're in that normal 2-year cycle. If you bought a 5 and you wait till the 7, hey, it's 2 years.
Yeah.
in the end, you haven't done anything different than you're already doing. So life goes on.
Yep. No, there's a lot this year. So what would you say, thinking about it right now, right? So 2020 has been a pretty tough year for a lot of people. And then in the tech industry, it's, we've seen its grip it's had on it, right? So with every device that's coming out at this point, what would you say for 2020 in total? Would you think that in general, in total, that it has been sort of I don't want to call it a flop, but just kind of shows the weaknesses in the tech industry itself, when I guess if you follow where I'm going with this,
I wouldn't say it's a flop. I see it's a realization. I think the tech industry kind of came back to earth and realized, hey, we don't have to keep making $1,000 phones. We can make a $500 to $700 phone and kill the game with it. I think it was a realization that, okay, yes, we've been blowing prices up and people have been paying them. People are waking up now because they don't have the money. They're realizing, hey, there are options that aren't $1,000, $2,000, and they're getting more value for what they're paying.
Yeah.
I think if anything, we can say that about 2020. It's made people take off the rose-colored glasses of pricing as the end-all be-all. Just because a phone costs $1,500, it could be a piece of hot garbage. I can go grab this $400 or $350 Pixel 4a and be straight.
Yeah.
Have all the functionality of these $1,000 devices with very, very few compromises, unlike 5 years ago where you'd compromise for paying less money because there wasn't enough equity and long-term equity in technology itself, the cellular technology. So now, as we've progressed through the years, now, 5 years now, everything's grown exponentially. So that processor from a year and a half ago is still good. It's not like 5 years ago. So I think this was kind of this almost singularity point of that, where we kind of finally realized, hey, maybe we are getting screwed paying $1,500 for a phone that loses value that quick. I'm going to go spend $350 on this Pixel 4a and call it good. Yeah. And you have a device that's going to function and meet your needs, not something that's placating an issue.
I agree, man. Because that's the thing that I've been seeing a lot of. I think that's like the point that I've been making, because Google, because I'll tell you straight out, I'm a fan of Pixels. I like Pixels. I have just about every one of them, and I like what I get out of them. That's just me, and I tell people that. Of course, I'm not gonna like sweep under the rug their shortcomings or certain things that I question Google, like why did you do this? But I will say this, for a lot of what I'm seeing, that's what I'm seeing a lot of. Like people will look at the Pixel 5 and they wonder, like, what did Google do with this? Like why go with the 765G? Why did they dumb it down a little bit? And of course, it's pricing. It's pricing because you look at everything that came out from the beginning of this year till now. The ones that have had the focus mostly have been the ones that's like $500, $400, $350. Those have had the most spotlight. But again, like you said, we're in hard times. People don't have that kind of money to burn, and they're actually realizing, hey, I don't have to spend $1,500, $2,000 on a phone to get a phone that's going to give me what I need out of it. That's absolutely. 2020 was a wake-up call. I think I agree with you there. Definitely. So I don't know. I'm waiting on this Pixel 5. That's all I could do now is just wait. We're like 4 days away from it.
If the numbers, if now people are realizing the cost per feature, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If I'm spending $500 to $600 and I am getting all the features that I'm getting out of this $1,000 to $1,500 phone, and the only real difference is quote unquote build quality, the material that I'm actually holding on to that most of the time I'm going to slap a case on anyway, that how I'm going to feel is the case material, not the actual phone material. Why am I going to spend that money?
Right. Definitely. Yeah. Because like I know like what they say, like the Pixel 5 is mostly made out of recycled aluminum, I believe they said.
Yeah.
I don't think that's bad at all for them to switch to that point. Me personally, I get paranoid with my Pixel 4, the back glass on it. I get paranoid. I put a skin on this, and then at times where I know I'm going to be doing something, like if I'm going hiking, I slap a case on it. I just won't take that chance. I mean, I got a hell of a deal on it. I didn't pay full price for the Pixel 4. Someone sold it for $380 to me, and it was brand new because they didn't like it. They went to an iPhone, so I got a hell of a deal on it.
Take that deal every day, every minute. Someone walks up to me and goes, "Here, man, I don't like this, man. I'll sell you two for $380." I'm running to the. Don't move. I'm going to the ATM right now. Like, don't move.
Yeah. What up, RJ, man? You were in here, then you left.
Yeah, I had to drop out for a minute. Sorry about that. Yeah. Talk about cases. I mean, when you get these glass phones, I mean, they look nice, they feel premium and all like that, but certain phones gets cases that I have. Not every phone that I have, I mean, my Pixel 4a has got just a little. I bought a cheap $2 gel skin case for it because I feel that phone don't really need that much, some expensive case. But now I got, the Rinky Fusion X case on the Pixel 4 XL.
Yeah, Fusion X case all day, man.
Oh man,
case
Fusion X.
That is my case.
I love the Fusion. I get the Fusion X on whatever they make it for that I got. The Fusion X is what I buy.
Bam! Every single phone that they make that for, if I own it, it gets a Fusion X and either a color that matches where the outside matches close to the phone, or the black camo. Period. End of discussion. That's it.
Yep. I got a Galaxy A50, and I bought the camo Fusion X for it, and good luck. Yeah, and so I'm always emailing Rinky, being like, hey, got this phone here. You gonna buy? You gonna put the Fusion X out for it?
Midnight green iPhone on the black camo.
Oh, man. Good. I'm telling you, the Fusion and the protection that it offers too. I mean, and they're so cheap. $11 I pay for I pay for each of mine, and and they give you really good protection, and they look so. And they look, you can buy like the blue edges or the black edges or the camo, and of course I got just a clear with the black edges, and it looks so sweet on that Pixel 4 XL.
It's just a clean look.
It is, and the cases, they feel durable, and they're not. They don't cost you arm and a leg. So whatever phone I get, I mean, I got the Xiaomi Note 8 Pro. They finally made it for that phone. I grabbed it, so I stuck one on it. So nice. And I had the iPhone SE 2nd generation. I had one on it, but I ended up selling that phone. But yeah, man, that Fusion X is the deal.
Yeah. So you photography, like that's one of the things I was listening to talk about when Steve was in here earlier. So for those people out there, because like camera seems to be one of the biggest things that people kind of look at when they are looking at a phone, right? So like for any pointers to any like new, like I'm gonna say newbies, but I would just say like the unknowing, right? Because most people just like point and shoot. So if you were to give advice to somebody that wanted to get a good photo shot from their phones, what would the advice be?
Light, and more light.
Lighting. Yeah, lighting is an essential part of it. Yeah, because I noticed that with people, they'll be like, they'll get a phone. Most people would, who actually know how to just generalize, just take a photo, but actually make the photo look good. Obviously, light is going to be one of the biggest factors in it, because you can't see, you can't shoot. You know what I mean?
Baby sensors, big boy sensor. Big boy sensor takes in more light, better photo. So if you've got baby sensor, you need more light to make better photo.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've always been interested in that, because like I'll see people do like like I've done it myself. Like they'll do like a video when they review a phone, they'll do a separate video where they take all these photo shots and everything like that. Some people will be like, how did you, like how'd you reproduce a photo like that? I have the phone, and like to me it's like it's very minimal or whatnot. Now, obviously people got to understand, the sensors on these phones, I mean, they're there for you to take photos, a quick snap on the go. Originally, that's the whole point of a smartphone having a camera, or even cameras back in the day on regular cell phones, was just a quick point and shoot. It was never intentional. Like if you want to be a photographer, to use that as your main setup, you always want to go with a camera, like a straight camera, not just a phone. Yeah, so that's why I asked that.
They were truly designed for that quick, grab it in the moment shot.
RJ, I'll be right back. He drops it in the chat. That's funny. Yeah. So what carrier do you use at this point right now?
Me, I'm on Verizon.
On Verizon, solid.
Yeah, I was on Fi for a while, but T-Mobile in Vegas is an experience.
Yeah.
And by experience, I mean I was getting 0.5 megabytes down and 0.3 megabytes upload from my apartment, and I can see the tower from my apartment.
Yeah, that's bad. That's absolutely bad. I was up in Vegas earlier this year. I want to say in March. I did see the changes because like I was using Fi. I actually paused my service. It was funny because I talked to a chat rep and I told him to make sure like notate my account and everything because I paused it and they only allow you to pause it for 3 months. And I was like, when that 3 month mark hits and it's about to like react again, I'm gonna pause it again. He's like, yeah, you can do that. I'm like, okay, I just want to make sure because like Fi, I like what I did with it because like I have kids.
Mm.
And my kids, they have their little phones, so they play their games, right? Like they're limited time on games that they play, like Roblox or whatever. So I had like 2 main lines on Fi, and then I had like 7 of those data only sims, and like that's what they were using. And like for like phone calls, they were using Google Voice, so they had a Google Voice number. So I pretty much made me like an unorthodox family plan. It was only paying like 131. That's taxes included. That's what I was paying for Fi, but once the merger happened and they've been decommissioning Sprint Towers, it has fallen off so bad. Like in my area, in my house, I call my house like the Indian burial ground because any service provider I have, I'm usually pulling under 20 megs.
It goes there to die. Yeah.
Yeah. But like Fi, I've noticed a big experience because once I leave, like to go like run errands or do shopping or whatever, like it just can't hold up. Even if it's showing me like 30 on the down and maybe like 15 on the up. But like if I was to live stream on Periscope, it's like it's not even doing it. So I paused it, just hoping maybe Fi might do some sort of deal with like AT&T or Verizon, maybe, hopefully Verizon. But I haven't heard anything on that, so I'm just like, I'll pause it. I'm gonna find something better.
Yeah, when Sprint Tower started to die around here was huge for me. Now, when I moved here to Vegas from Seattle, and during that drive was 2 days, drove about 24 hours. Fi was a godsend. Because there are parts of Idaho and Nevada where you get nothing but U.S. Cellular randomly. But the U.S. Cellular I got was really fast because it was, it's such a huge, wide area it's got to cover, and you're in the middle of nowhere. No one's on it. So I'm driving through the middle of a desert basin, streaming Spotify when I shouldn't be.
Yeah. How long did you live in Seattle?
I was 5 till when I left in February. Yeah.
Oh wow, dude! Like I lived in Washington State for a while, but where I lived at, when I first moved to Washington State, I was like 13. I lived in Enumclaw.
Ah, the Claw, yeah.
Yeah.
I lived in Kent, so.
Oh. Yeah. I've been out there with my friends. My friends will go out that way, like to go party or whatever. But then
Yellow Creek, man, I know all about that.
Yeah. Afterwards, I think when I was 14, we moved from Enumclaw to Buckley.
Okay.
And I stayed in Buckley, very small town, man. Bro, there was not much to do over there.
Everything in Buckley. Oh, Buckley's gotten a lot bigger now, but it's pretty much just the logging festival, and that was about it.
Yeah. I remember because like my friends, like I made friends over there, and then I was like, "What do you guys do here for fun?" Because like I moved there from Hawaii. I moved to Seattle. I'm like, not Seattle, but Buckley. I moved to Washington, and like my stepfather, he liked to go crabbing. So like on the weekends, we would go to Bremerton. We go out to the lake and then go crabbing out there. That was so much fun. But like, yeah, it's got a different site. I think I told my wife, I was like, if I was to move anywhere, I'd move back up that way if I wanted to get away from city life. It's
a different vibe out there, man.
Yeah, it is. Yep. But yeah, dude, I went to my friends were like, we're gonna go drive to Kent to go pick up. That was their thing, man. So I was like, yeah, I'll go with you guys. We go out that way. There's like house parties out on the middle of nowhere. Like,
yep,
bro, it was crazy. Logging festival, the Red Room says, yeah.
It's like a whole, like literally, it's like a whole weekend where everything involved is like with logging. You got like the tree climbing competition, you got topping competition, you got speed chop competition, like fastest chainsaw stuff. Like it's crazy. It's a logging town.
Yeah. Yeah, is that pretty crazy? I mean, what was that one place I went to, my friend? I can't even remember because there's so much. It's like I'll tell anyone that tells me about Washington State, it's very different. Like if you live in Phoenix, Arizona, if you live like in the southern states, you go to Washington, it is very different. Like the layout, the spread out of everything. But it just to me, it seems fresh out there.
Yeah.
It seems more fresh, man. It's like I don't know. That's my take on it.
Setup is Seattle sounded out, so
yeah. My brother Ruben, he's like he and I like we watch football, like we're like major football fans, and he's a Seahawks fan, right? So I always give him crap because I like the Saints, and he always gives me crap about it. And I remember all the time he would always come over and he would be like, what was there saying they had the 13th
12th man.
12th man, yeah, 12th man. But like, bro, when I was watching the game, because like the Cardinals played over there, man, oh my god, Seattle fans, they don't kid around, bro.
It's loud. That stadium. So anyone watching, and they always talk about Century Lake Field being loud, super loud. And if you think it's fake, it's not. That place is loud.
Mm-hmm.
So Sounders matches, for the most part, they only put 35 to 40,000 people in there. I got to go down on the field before one of the matches. It was a playoff match. So there was about 50 in there.
Yeah.
And as they're announcing the players, like they'll announce the player's first name, the crowd yells back their second name, their surname.
Yeah.
Like when they yelled back the goalkeeper's name, I thought my chest was going to explode because the sound energy just rattles your whole body down on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is loud.
Yeah.
Loud. It's real. 100% real.
Yeah, it's really loud, and like the funniest thing about it is too, and I mean, because I know how these like I know the little tricks and trades, right? Of course, sound is going to be one of the biggest factors when teams are playing because it makes it hard for the players to hear audibles. You know what I mean? When they call an audible on the play, if you are the visiting team and you have the home team's fans just really being loud, like, you can't control the fans. You can't tell them to shut up. You know what I mean? But it does play a factor.
It sounds like you're sitting on the tarmac and there's a jet engine going on around your entire body.
That is loud, man.
That's how loud it is.
That's insanely loud.
136 decibels.
Yeah. Bro, I don't know, man. Today's sports games, man, it's hard to watch. I don't know. It's really hard for me to watch just the way it is.
I know a lot of people are not going to like it, but I've been a Miami Dolphins fan since the late 80s. And it's going to be even harder. Tito, quarterback's from Hawaii. New quarterback is from Hawaii.
Yeah.
You got a Hawaii boy being the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins.
All right, fellas, I gotta run and take care of some stuff here. I've got a text message. Says,
no problem, bro. I appreciate you coming in.
Oh, anytime, Tito. If I can make it, I'll drop by, man.
Hey, Scoop, you got an Instagram for all your photos?
It's just my regular one. I have a Flickr. All the information is on my channel bio.
Alrighty.
Let me go check it out. I'll grab your link and drop it in the chat too for people to subscribe to you, bro.
All right, appreciate it. You guys, take care.
Bro. Take it easy.
Have a good
one. All right, gentlemen. We are still in here. We're at an hour and 43 minutes for Saturday. Let's keep it going, man. Yeah, let me grab his channel link and drop it in too, man. That was awesome.
I caught the tail end of that about what football games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Yeah. This is like open topic right now, man. You talk about whatever you feel like talking about. Like, I mean, I started off with the Pixels, but I mean, hey, if you want to dive back into that, go ahead. Because I know you're part of Team Pixel, bro. So.
Oh yeah. I still don't know anything yet. I mean, to be honest, I mean, anything about anything, or I mean, like I say, I watch you want to get the specs of the phone because I just don't pay attention to it.
Yeah. No, I mean, what I was talking about in today, like what I was just basically bringing up was, hang on, I'm not trying to have any of his trailer play, but so I always make fun of John Prosser because of the stuff that he's done, but John, I don't pay my people Prosser, tweeted out that the Pixel 5. I mean, we know the event is this coming Wednesday on the 30th, but
yeah.
The launch for the Pixel 5 is on October 15th, so that's when you'll be able to buy one. But for the Foray 5G, it's November 19th. And I was baffled by that the mid ranger, the one that sits in the middle between the 4A and the 5, which is the Foray 5G, is coming out a little bit later. But that's just the just black variant. He says that the clearly white is supposed to come out delayed till 2021, but he thinks they're going to cancel it. So what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's the color of a phone. I mean, makes you kind of wonder why they have to delay it because of the color of a phone, unless it's supply and demand or something like that, or maybe they can't get the parts. I don't know. Because everything's been kind of delayed, with a lot of things. So maybe that's got something to do with it. I don't know. I think the whole thing with the Pixel 5 coming out before, or so-called, I mean, you don't know for sure 100% because it's just what leaked, or just guesstimations and stuff like that. But I mean, if that is true and the Pixel 5 comes out before the 4A 5G, I don't understand that myself. If that's true, I won't. I mean,
you can answer this then. So the previous materials, you said this one is going to be a more recycled aluminum, right?
Yeah.
And the previous builds were what type of material?
It was aluminum railing and glass back, glass front.
Well, it could be the type of aluminum they're using, and the paint probably doesn't. They're still working out the fine kinks of how to. Because with paint, you know what I mean. The surface has to be a certain way for it to attach, and with black, I think it's a lot easier not to make mistakes than a white paint.
Yeah,
maybe they're having issues with the type of aluminum they're using, so they're going to delay it.
Yeah.
See, I mean that's the reason why I like to throw these questions out, is because, I don't expect consumers to know, right? Because really, to be honest, consumers don't give a shit about all this stuff. The geeks do. Consumers just want to take it out the box and have it work. So when they hear things like the 4A 5G is coming a bit later, which is a just black variant, but then the clearly white variant comes out probably in 2021, they're going to scratch their heads like, why? Because I know most people were looking at this and they were like, okay, I'm on a budget because of what's going on. So maybe I won't be able to drop $700 on the Pixel 5, but I can do $500 for the Pixel 4A 5G. And I know there's going to be a market waiting for that phone specifically, but now they're going to have to wait a month after the 5 comes out, which is kind of weird. And that's the reason why I asked you, RJ, is because you're Team Pixel. It doesn't it feel kind of weird? Like, say, like, you get your box, right? You get your gift from Google, and it happens to have both phones in it. Because I don't see them sending you the 5 to do your reviews and stuff on it, and then later on send you the 4A 5G. That's because they were trying to launch these two at the same time, or at least unveil them at the same time. They didn't launch the 4A 5G with the 4A because you got your 4A like a couple of weeks before the announcement, which was like a 30-second announcement. So
it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have mine as long as some did. My 4A, because I seen a ton of unboxings before I even got mine. But I think it just depends on where you live and location, stuff like that, But I mean, I'll be kind of surprised if they do send out 2 different, at different times. But like I say, I mean, very little information about that, so I have no idea if it's going to be one, be both, what color. I have no idea.
And
so, cause I don't know what they have in store for those on Team Pixel or or those, I don't know. I mean,
and that's another point that you just proved that I explained to people. So you are part of Team Pixel, you are part of them. So they send you out the device for you to review, to share with your audience, but you're not in the inner circle to that extent of like they give you all the insight details, launch dates, and stuff like that. You just know when your gift is coming, because that's what your email said, was that they got something coming for you. You pretty much already know what it is, but They just want you to make sure to confirm your address because they don't want to send it to the wrong address. And that's what you got.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like what I hear and see from those who get maybe a loaner from Samsung or from Apple, where they get every single solitary detail of the phone whenever they get sent something, to say and everything. Nothing like that,
Gene, if you want in, you know what, dude, I'm just gonna post it in again because Gene's supposed to be joining me on my Saturdays. That's one of the perks of his of being, a member.
And
on Saturdays.
And that's kind of a good thing in a way, I think, for Team Pixel to do it that way, because it's as much of a surprise, really, to you whenever you first get it, instead of knowing in advance. Because you hear all the leaks, you hear all of this stuff, whatever, but sometimes there's things that is not in the leaks. There's times like, wow, I didn't know. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. So yeah. So that's kind of what I like about it as well. Is it's just still you don't know. It seems like you don't know everything, even though all the leaks seem to point to this, that, or the other.
So like the unboxing seems natural, like as if you bought the phone yourself and
exactly.
had nothing. Yeah, that's a good touch. You make a good point on that, and I think that's pretty cool that Team Pixel does that because like they could give you all the information about the phone ahead of time. They could do like this is all the stuff that's going on with the phone, and then when you get the phone, it completely ruins your experience of unboxing it. So really, they're playing the card to their advantage because you get the phone, you unbox it. There's certain aspects of the phone that has not been talked about in all the leaks and rumors that goes on the webernet. And so your unboxing is genuine when you unbox it. That's
it would be. Just if they said if they sent you out an email or they sent you out a letter or whatever, telling you everything about it, it's just going to be able to let when you do the unboxing, it's just going to be able to give out all the information at the get go, instead of learning that kind of as you are going through the phone during your unboxing or whatever case may be.
I hear wedding bells.
Well, it would be. Just if they said if they sent you an email,
you're replaying the sound
or whatever, telling you everything about it, it's just going to be able to let when you do the unboxing, it's just going to be able to.
You're replaying the
all the information.
You gotta read your side, Gene.
Learning that kind of as you.
Or put on headphones.
I
hear wedding bells.
Still going. Oh, Gene, fix your stuff, bro. Come on.
Put on some headphones.
Everything about it is just going to be able to let
I think he's trying to fix it. He jumped out. Okay, jump back in, Gene. You got the link. You can come back in.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man. I don't know, dude.
Like I said the other day, everything that I do is genuine anyway. Regardless. That's really the only way to be. I mean, why play up something or make up some kind of fake thing? It's just always be true. Build your. It's all about the integrity. Because
you can join in too, Josh, if you'd like to. The link is just above you.
And it's always good. It's just always good to be real instead of saying. Yeah. Boasting up something so awesome, and then it turns out to be the biggest flop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can hear you, but I probably jinxed it when I said I hear wedding bells. I heard myself. So, hey, Gene, good morning, man, or good afternoon, wherever you are.
Oh, it's almost 3:25 here.
Good afternoon, sir.
We've got Josh here too.
Yeah. Josh, I said the link's above, Saturday, so we all talking about it. I got you in here, Gene. What's up? How's it going?
Nothing at all here.
So, but just right now, we're just covering a little bit about the Pixel 5 and the shocking speculation from John. I don't pay my people Prosser. You know what? If John ever watches this, I wonder if he's actually gonna say something because he has tweeted me before in the past. Like he just came out of left field and just like tweeted me. I think it was something that I shared on one of my videos from like 3 years ago. He tweeted me. So this was like before he really blew up with Front Page Tech. But I don't know. But anyways, he dropped a tweet basically stating that after the September 30th event for Google and their Pixel announcements, the 5 will be available to buy on October 15th, but the Foray 5G will be available for purchase on November 19th, but just the black version. The white version, he claims, may be delayed till 2021, but he feels like they're going to cancel doing that one. So because the Foray 5G is said that it's going to come on November 19th, what are your thoughts? Do you think Google needs to tighten their crap up and release the phones in the same time? Or because we had some good stuff. Lawrence dropped some really good ideas on the reason why the clearly white would take longer. But I just want to get your thought. That's what comes to mind when you hear that.
Uh-oh.
Am
I still here?
Yeah, you're here, man.
Am I going? Oh. Can you say it one more time? Because I was breaking up on my end. Go ahead.
So, well, basically, just to summarize it all down, because Google is releasing the Foray 5G a bit later in just the one variant color, and then the white, according to John Prosser, may be delayed till 2021 or possibly canceled. The fact that Google does not release the 5 and the Foray 5G for purchase at the same time, what are your thoughts on that?
Why is that exactly? I don't know. Why do they only allow certain colors to come out and certain ones that don't? Like that mint green you were talking about yesterday. That's a nice color. Is it coming out now or later?
It's coming out on October 15th. So October 15th, the Pixel 5, you can get it in just black or subdual sage. And that's the name that they're using.
Oh, I'm sorry. On the 30th, it's going to be only one color and that's it?
No. The 30th is just the announcement. So pre-orders will be on the 30th. You can pre-order the 5.
They're not going to show anything. They're just going to say, okay, we got a phone. That's it. Goodbye.
Because like that's how they do them. Like even with the Apple event, like the Apple event will unveil the iPhone 12 and will make it for pre-order. But I believe it's October 23rd is when the iPhone 12 will be available for purchase. I mean, that's how all these manufacturers do it. They show the phones and then it's pre-ordered, and then you actually have the launch date. So the Pixel 5s will launch, which means that you can buy them at the store.google.com. You can buy them either in the green or black version. But the Foray 5G, you won't be able to purchase that one from online until November 19th. And that's just the one color, the just black. The clearly white, they say may be canceled or delayed till 2021. So that's what I mean. Like, what do you think about that?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
I kind of want to come with an answer. Hold on a minute.
While Gene is thinking about that, I can ask you this. What sells more, black or white with Pixel?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, too.
Most people that I've seen usually go after the exclusive colors.
So, yeah, I mean. Okay, sorry.
So white, people will buy more white than black?
Well, so if you want to go over to the timeline, the very blue for the Pixel 1, that sold a lot. The kind of blue for the 2, and then the Panda White for the 2 XL, those sold a lot. The Not Pink sold a lot for the 3. The purplish for the 3A sold a lot, and the 4A has no unique color to it. The 4 had the Oso orange, and that one people went after. So
yeah, I was really hoping for the Oso orange on the Pixel 4 XL.
Orange phone. Ew.
It just looked awesome. I mean, it just looked nice. I mean, it was just different, something that you really haven't seen.
Orange phone. Ew. I don't like a blue or a white or a black, but an orange and a purple and a pink phone. Ew.
I'm waiting for a red Pixel.
Red would be good.
I mean, my color is red anyway, so I mean, if I would love to see a really nice red Pixel.
I think the interesting thing you talk about that, Jane, when you say like purple, like woo. The thing about the purple-ish color is that it didn't really look purple at all. Like you had to hold it in a certain light to kind of see this purplish hue to it. but it still looked more white than anything. Like if you would just like to glance at it, you would think it was like the white version of the Pixel 3a.
So
You had to
is it
really focus on it.
color? It
I
changes.
think you should color coordinate with your carrier.
Well, the Google logo has massive different colors. You look at the G in it; it's got yellow, green, blue, and red. Well, orange, I would say more like.
Yeah, but I've never seen an orange phone before.
Yeah, have you seen the Pixel 4 also orange, right?
No, never
No?
seen an
Yeah,
orange
look-
phone. Period.
I'll get you the photo of it.
Look it up. Just put in also orange Pixel 4. I mean, it's a good looking.
I've seen it. I just never seen anybody buy it.
Oh, that's crazy, man. I've seen so many of them here in Phoenix. When people had the Pixel 4, they had the also orange. So just grab an image here.
Okay, right
I'll
now.
just show it like that, and I'll just screen share it for Gene here so you can see. Wow, I'm surprised that you never actually seen it, man. Here you go. That is the Oso Orange.
So, can phones be sexy?
No, they cannot.
No.
You don't take the panties off phones. So you. Let me take this back because we have some weird people in this world, and there possibly could be just one person out of the billions of humans
Hey, Steve
who
Jobs.
tries to connect his USB to the USB port.
Steve
That's just-
Jobs said. Steve Jobs said. I think it was when you announced that iPad, the original.
Mm-hmm.
He said he wanted to make them so they're lickable. So if they're lickable, then aren't they sexy?
Steve Jobs was a weird person, anyways, bro. He did acid when he was younger. I mean, Steve Jobs was an eccentric person. He really was. But I'll tell you right now, there's probably one person in this world who tries to connect his USB port to, his USB stick to a USB port of a phone. There probably is someone who thinks it's that sexy.
I just saw a picture of that orange phone. It don't look bad. Saw it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you hear that, Gene? Did you hear
What?
that? Tito's talking about dongles.
Oh God! I'm not getting one of them Google dongles. Forget that. They look ugly.
Oh, you talking about the Chromecast?
I don't
This
like
is a dongle right here for a Pixel, so you could connect 3.5 millimeter.
I have two.
Oh,
Google, I have
Get
two
your
lost
mind
Google
out
mine.
of
dongles.
it, Gene.
That's enough. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Get your mind out together, Gene.
Yeah.
I lost my dongle to my Pixel 4 XL. I have no idea where it's at. I had to buy another one.
That's the purpose of them. You're supposed to lose them, so you have to go to the store and buy them. Same
That's
thing
about
with
like
iPhones.
that's about like the sim tool. I've lost about 100 of them things. I mean,
Bro, you can make
It-
your own SIM tool. I made one out of a paper clip, my wife's earring.
I mean, no kidding. You can have your sim injection tool sitting right there and look away and look back and it's gone. It's like it just gives it most away. I've lost so many of them things.
What are you gonna say, Lawrence?
I found when I was at 7-Eleven, I found an Apple dongle right on the ground because I dropped some loose change. I looked down, the dongle was right on the ground. So I picked it up. Got two now.
That's a score right there, man. I do the same thing. If I walked in the store, dropped some change, and I seen a little dongle like this for for a Type C to 3.5, you best believe I'm gonna be dishonest. I'm gonna snatch it, because dude, you lose these things like, bro.
I ended up purchasing one on Amazon. It's supposed to be like a really high quality one. Still haven't opened it yet, but yeah, I mean, I just like a headphone jack. I mean, right now I'm using my gaming headset to talk. I'm using my Xiaomi device right now, and I like a headphone jack. I mean, I've used dongles and I've not had very good experience with them in the past.
All my dongles die for like the headphone jack. Like they kill the quality of what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen. I've just heard buzzing. I mean, it's just not. I just don't like dongles. I just prefer a headphone jack. And people are like, headphone jacks are dead. Well, no, they're not. I mean, headphone jacks are. That's kind of like whenever I bought the Essential phone, or when that phone came out. It was called the Essential phone, and it did not have the essential features like a headphone jack. I mean, seriously, and it's just I know that a lot of these companies, Apple and Samsung and all, they got their their buds, their and stuff like that. So I know why they're not putting headphone jacks on phones, because they want you to buy their expensive earbuds. So
that's part of the reason. I mean, space, and the fact that they like, for instance, Apple has AirPods, Google has Pixel Buds, Samsung has their buds. I mean, that's it sales on accessories.
Oh yeah. And I mean, of course, when you get them, when you're spending that kind of money on buds, you're expecting no latency, because some of these cheaper, Bluetooth earbuds, they got latency issues, a second or two latency. But of course, these Galaxy Buds, Pixel Buds, they're going to be good quality with very little to no latency lag.
RJ, I'm about to drop your channel link in the chat for people to subscribe to you. It ended up sending the StreamYard link in there. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, staying with the audio.
For a lot of speakers now, Google Assistant is everywhere. Hey Google, hey Google, hey Google.
Sorry, Nick.
Nobody can launch mine because I've unplugged it from its power source.
I'm sitting right next to a Lenovo came out with a clock with a Google Assistant in it. So it's sitting right next to me. Every time everybody says, "Hey Google," it'll make noise.
Hey Google.
There it goes.
Lawrence, are you gonna get any like a smart speaker for your home? Are you ever interested in investing? No,
not in this apartment. No, this apartment is so old. You want to hear something totally hilarious?
What's that?
We have a microwave and a toaster oven, right, plugged into the kitchen. So one day where I was doing something in the kitchen, I didn't realize it. Then my girlfriend does the circuits flip. So she turned on the toaster oven and the microwave at the same time, and it caused the switch to flip, and all the power outlets in the kitchen stopped working. So now what we got to do is I got to run an extension cord from my living room for the modem, the house phone, so that's not plugged in, and I can't run the toaster oven and the microwave at the same time, or the the circuit will break.
Wow.
Yeah. So fun times. This apartment was built in 1968.
I remember those days. Running stuff across the apartment, really long wires.
No, it's only for the kitchen. The kitchen, I don't know, man. Wiring. They need to rewire certain aspects of this apartment.
I remember
those days very well.
Before Wi-Fi.
Bro, so I'll tell you guys the story. It's kind of funny. So like my mom and my stepdad, like they always argued a lot. My mom. This was always a bad mix. My mom was a habitual gambler.
Ooh. So
like she would have her friends come over. They would play cards. They play for money, that type of stuff. And my stepdad, he liked to drink. So him and my mom was always fighting. And like this is when I lived in Guam for a while. And I guess my mom and my stepdad got into a fight. He kicked her out of the house, so he told her to take me and my older sister and just get out of his place. So my mom went to her friend. They had like a tin shack on their property, and I thought it was so weird because like the ground didn't even have a foundation. It was just the dirt from the ground. And my mom, I don't know how the hell she did it, but she moved a freaking waterbed in there.
Oh, no.
She had a waterbed, and I was like, I go in there. I'm like, so we're living here? She's like, yes, we're living here. No power, nothing. Her friend ran one of those freaking like heavy duty extension cords from their house into there, so we could have like a lamp that would light up so we can see at night, and run a microwave. Which I'll tell you right now, and I'll say this: eggs are never meant to be cooked in the microwave.
Oh yes. Uh-oh.
My mom tried to make scrambled eggs with the microwave. No.
Only poached eggs you can do in a microwave.
So like I know what it means to run an extension cord to have to power things. I lived in a tin shack for like 4 months, bro. I hated it. I always told my mom like, why can't we go get an apartment? But, she didn't have any money, and my older sister was trying to make money so we can secure a place to stay. Like I've been all over the place, man. I've seen it, I guess, from all aspects in life, which is I guess why like I have like a total different outlook. I don't judge people for what they have. I never will. I judge people on based on their character, like what they show me of who they are. Let's see.
You just remind me of a Johnny Cash song. Been everywhere, man.
Yeah. Yo, my daily side. What's up, bro? Hey, man, if you want to come in, I mean, if you don't want to show yourself, you don't have to. But if you want to come in and chit chat with us, there is a link. I'll just grab you the link if you want to click in. You can do it from your phone on Chrome browser or Safari. You can just talk story with us. That's what we're doing right now. So if you'd like to come in, that'd be pretty cool to actually have you on for one time. So don't be afraid. Do not fear us. The dark side of cookies. There you go, bro. Link for you to come in, man. Come in and say hi.
Don't fear the people.
But yeah, I've seen life through like so much different things. I don't know. I love the fact that my dad was in the military because I got to go all over the place. Been to the Philippines, been to Japan, been to lived in Guam for a time. Bro, I was like, I think I did a story on YouTube like 2 years ago where I was like telling like past stories. I was in the Philippines when Mount Pinatubo erupted. Like my dad was stationed in Clark Air Force Base. And so I got to ride on the USS Abraham Lincoln, the aircraft carrier, and we rode through a storm, like through an actual typhoon. And man, I was so seasick on that thing, but bro, I think I got to go to the flight deck where the F-15s take off. I don't know who or how word got to the captain of that ship. He decided to have me on the third day we were on there because we were sailing from the Philippines to Guam to be dropped off on Anderson Air Force Base. Gene, thanks for the super chat, bro. Appreciate it, and you're in here too, man. So thank you so much, man. But yeah, the captain actually had orders. He had someone grab me from one of the bunks and bring me up to the bridge. I got to go to the bridge and see. He showed me like how they control the ship and everything, and then they took me down to the flight deck. Because one of the planes was taken off, they actually let me go on the flight deck and watch that plane take off. And I was like, I had some cool experiences, man. I've been around different places, so I guess I don't know. That's kind of the reason why, like my personality and the way I am. Like people can tell me things about them. They may say they're ashamed of it, and I'll tell them like you have nothing to be ashamed of, man. We walk all different paths in life. I don't judge people by what they have. So that's just me. And I hated roaches flying on me in that damn tin shack, bro. Like, damn it. We had B-52 bombers.
I'm sorry. Is your mom still here?
Huh?
Is your mom still alive?
She is. She's in Thailand.
But have you ever talked to her about that tin shack every once in a while?
I mean, I don't now because my mom suffered a stroke last year.
Oh God.
And she's trying to recover from it. It's really hard. I love my mom to death. I love her. She's my mom. I mean, yeah,
I wasn't saying it sarcastically.
She didn't. She was in and out of my life so much. I mean, that's why I say my dad is my rock because I was mostly raised by my dad. My mom was like in my life at one point and out of my life. She would be here in the U.S. She would get mad with one of her boyfriends. She would take off to Thailand. And then, she would struggle out there. And then, she relies on my sister to come up with money to pay for her ticket to get back and to pay off because she's a U.S. citizen. She gave up her citizenship in Thailand, even though she's from there. So she has to pay right now in U.S. dollars. It's almost like $3,125, like $2,125. She'd have to pay to the Thai government to get my mom out of there. And yeah, it's tough, because like right now my mom suffered a stroke and she's now walking. She just started walking, I think, like 4 months ago. She got the strength in her legs to walk. Her arm is still, her left arm's still really bad. It's tough, man. Like sometimes I want to break down because I'm stressed out. Like I can't. like I can't look at it and be like, okay, do I have money for my kids or do I have money to send my mom? You know, it's a tough thing to be in that type of bind. You know,
so like you just said, your father's, you know, you're like that. My mom and I are the same way that way also.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my mother's been through. She actually put up with everything I did. That was like between like 10 and now, she's put up with it. You know, but she was there. I'm telling you.
Yeah, my dad.
Forget it. My mom, everything. Every time I did something bad, she was right there.
Yeah, my dad was always there with me. Like, you know, when I got locked up in juvie as a kid, you know, my dad was always the one to visit me. Like, it's like weird because, you know, I have 3 other siblings. You know, I have my older sister Sonia, which you guys have seen on the live stream with me. I have, you know, my younger sister Maris, who currently right now is I think her rank, she's a lieutenant in the United States Air Force, and she's a B-52 pilot. So she flies bombers. Yeah. My younger brother, he has a degree in teaching, but he's currently at a job that he likes, and so I don't give him any crap for that, because you know, if you like what you do and you know you're making enough money to support yourself, then you know, just do what you're doing. I always feel like I'm the black sheep of the family because I've always made bad decisions growing up, but my dad he's always in my head, like, you know, he doesn't want me to feel like I'm less than my other 3 siblings, or like I don't compare to them. He's always just like, look what you do. You know, you talk about technology, you help me with my phones, you know, all this stuff. I'm like, I look at him, I'm like, yeah, but I'm not in the military, you know, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to join the Air Force, but I couldn't because of what happened to me when I was 14. I don't know if you guys know the process of getting into the military. Do you guys know anything about that?
Not really.
No.
So basically, if you were to try to enlist into the Air Force like I did, right? Obviously, you talk to a recruiter, and they basically look at, you know, like your scores when you were in high school and stuff like that. That's one of the things they look at, and then so they get the prep. You know, you have to go and take a ASVAB test, which basically tells them what type of skill sets you're going to have. Like, where would you, you know, be strong suited in if you were to join the military? What your job will most likely be in those areas. And I went and did that test. Afterwards, they were like, okay, you know, like, we're going to send you to MAPS. MAPS is where it's the freaking most painful thing you have to do getting in the military, because you need every medical record ever. Like, if you farted incorrectly at the age of 2 years old and you went to the hospital because you know, did something to your whatever, you would have to have that, like a medical documentation on that. So you need everything. And when I went to MAPS, because I had back when I was 14, I almost died. That's when I had that I had appendicitis, but the emergency doctor kept thinking it was a stomach flu. So when it ruptured in my body, I was like, a surgeon happened to be in the ER, and he was eavesdropping on a conversation my sister and my mom was arguing with the ER doctor. They were like, you know, you're full of shit. You know, you said it's a stomach flu. Stomach flu doesn't do this, because I couldn't walk. Like, I couldn't move my right leg anymore for my life. And they were like, so the doctor, his name is Dr. Carnes. I always remember his name. Him and Dr. Green. Dr. Carnes was there, and he eavesdropped on it. So he walks up to me, he pushes on my stomach. He's like, let me know if the pain subsides a little bit. And I'm like, I responded back to him that, you know, it was feeling okay. And then he's like, I'm gonna let go. And he lets go, and the pain just comes right back. And he started talking to my sister, like, how long was I like this? She started to explain to him, like, you know, he got worse over 3 days, and now he can't move his right leg. And I guess that the OR doctor was like, you know, get him in the OR stat now. And that's the last thing I remember him saying, because they rushed me to the OR. They put all these really comfortable warm blankets on me. That's like, the OR blankets is the most comfortable blankets you would ever wear. It will put you to sleep. So I remember being under the lights of the OR room. I hear doctors talking about, you know, doing this. I felt them, you know, kind of rubbing, like, I guess, what's that brown stuff, like iodine or
iodine.
Yeah. And I hear them, and they're like, okay, they're calling me by my name. They're like, we're gonna count down. I just want you to count down with us. Count down, you know, 15, 14. Well, I got
I don't remember. Got you. Yeah.
They say count down from 100. You get like 98. You're out.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
What they did was like my appendix had ruptured, and actually they found a stone inside my appendix.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
They've never seen that before, so they kept the stone. They're studying it still till today. I don't know anything about it afterwards, but
Did they pay you for it?
Did they what?
Did they pay you for your stone? You made that.
I mean, I got paid in a settlement.
Oh, okay, that works.
But like, so much of my abdominal wall had rotted out because of all that stuff from the appendix that spewed in. It spread.
Yeah.
It spread as far up to my heart, dude. Like when I woke up from the surgery, I had catheters running into my heart. I had this really big, thick rubber hose going, I guess, towards my kidneys, because I have like 2 scar marks right around where my kidneys are. I guess they were filtering a lot of that stuff out of me, and I went through 5 surgeries for them to try to repair my stomach.
Did they have to put mesh in you for your abdominal?
Yeah. I have mesh currently inside me as my abdominal wall. Yeah. So when I went to MEPS, they were like, oh, they went through, and this is what's fucked up. And this is what I tell people, like when people say conspiracy theories are not real, no, because of the lawsuit that my mom had started. She was seeking a lot of money. I didn't get a lot of money because my mom chose to go with a stupid lawyer that was then later arrested for embezzlement. So our case just flopped for the longest time. But like that part of my medical history could not be found. My medical records with the Navy, because I went to the Navy hospital, could not be found. So when I went to MEPS, they were like, I explained to them what happened to me. They're like, well, we need your medical records on this. So, and they told me where to go. They were like, because this was in Hawaii, they were like, okay, well, go to Pearl Harbor, go on to the base, go to the hospital, go there, go to the clinic, request your records. I'm like, I did. This is what they gave me back, and like that big chunk of the surgery was missing. No one knows where it is. So MEPS denied me, so I couldn't go into the Air Force.
Ooh.
Yeah. That sucked.
They should have had an OR record though.
They should, and even my dad was tripping out because my dad would go with me on there, and he was like, when they brought out my medical records, because like the records had everything from the time when I got my vaccinations when because my dad was in the Air Force. It had all that stuff in there from when I was like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. Up to the point of where the surgery was. That stuff is missing out of the file.
That's weird.
And yeah, and it was because we were suing the Navy, because like I settled with the Navy themselves. I settled with them because like the lawsuit had lasted so long. The lawyer that got busted for embezzlement, and then nothing happened. So they reached out to my dad and are like, what's happening with this? Are you guys pursuing to continue to go to to pursue this, or are you guys willing to settle? So I talked with them. They told me what the settlement was going to be, and I wasn't going to get anything else beyond that. And I'm like, to me, the money wasn't important. I don't know why my mom was trying to sue for like $2-3 million. I don't know why. My mom's always been about money. I haven't. So I was just like, they were like, you should get something for our mistake because we misdiagnosed you, 5 times.
Principle of the matter.
Yeah. So when I was, they only gave me like, was it 11K? That's all they gave me. I just took that and it was like, whatever. I mean, it was actually 12, but my lawyer took his fees. So I was like, just give me whatever's left. And I was an 18-year-old with 11K and had no idea to manage money. So guess what happened to that money?
Oh, you're worse than me.
I went to AT&T. I bought a phone.
$11,000 phone. There you go. No.
Well, no, I blew the rest of the stuff on like I bought skateboards because I was into skateboarding. So I bought like 10 different skateboard decks. I bought like a big ass roll of grip tape. I bought clothes. I spent money on my girlfriend. I did a lot of dumb shit. I mean, it lasted me like pretty much like a whole year. Like I was living off of it, and then it was just gone, depleted. So I tell people today, save your money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a weird life.
But luckily, you're still here.
Yeah, I'm always grateful for that, doctor. As a matter of fact, I still keep in contact with him. Like I used to write him letters, but then I switched up to emails, and so I still email him, and I still thank him for saving my life.
Is he retired or still practice?
He's retired. He's retired. He's pretty old now, man. Bro, he's like in his 80s.
Oh.
You said, Tito, you said your mom owes $3,100 to update her visa?
Well, she owes that in fees because she hasn't paid her visa.
She relinquished her citizenship, right?
To keep it current.
Well, that
to keep her visa open and current.
Yeah.
That's, dude, I'm sorry to say she's going to be stuck there for a while.
Exactly.
Because this person I used to know, his wife was Thai.
Mm-hmm.
And he always was to Thailand. I know how the exchange rate, that's close to 100,000 baht.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that is 3 to 4 months salary if all you do is pay that.
Yeah.
4 months. You got to wait 4 months and pay nothing else but that. But if you do, that's going to take the average person maybe a year and a half to divide up all that money to pay that off.
Yeah. That's why she's stuck there. That's why my sister can't help her. My sister can't afford to like, my brother-in-law, he does good. You know what I mean? Like he works for construction companies. You know, he's a foreman. He also has a side gig because, you know, he's a workaholic. And they have done this multiple times. Like my mom has gone to Thailand. She's skipped out on paying her visa. She wants to come back to the U.S. My brother-in-law pays all of it and gets her back. But like right now they can't, you know, they can't drop that kind of money. Plus, too, my sister would have to go to Thailand to get my mom because my mom, she's not mobile enough to go on her own. So like that's just a lot of money. Like I feel for my sister. That's why she stresses out so much.
Who's taking care of your mom over in Thailand then if she had a stroke? They have like a rehabilitation center.
So my cousin over there, he's doing everything for my mom.
Oh, so you got family over there. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, that's where she's from. She's got all her family there. Her sister's been, I don't know, like I'm not very close with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've tried to lie to me and like I think it was like about 11 or 12 years ago, they tried to lie to me and tell me that my grandmother had passed away and that they needed money for the funeral, and my grandmother was still alive.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier, you know, about investing money. I mean, yeah, I know what it's like. I mean, being young, you know, I for about 10 years, I was in construction myself, and you know, I made darn good money, but never invested anything. Never saved a dime. You know, I was buying cars left and right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was all about cars and, you know, and stuff like that, and never really invested anything. And I've just really learned in the past several years, you know, save, you know, save every time you can. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't, because you never know. I mean, you know, back then, I mean, I had so many things that was, you know, taken away because I got so far in debt, even though I was making really good money. You know, I was buying this and buying this and buying this without thinking. You know, credit cards, both financing vehicles, and it just got over my head. And I was, you know, I worked for 10 years and with nothing to show for it. You know, after those 10 years, and you know, and I've learned. You know, it really took me several setbacks, and I mean, there was a time where I had nothing. I mean, I'm saying when I say I had nothing, I mean I had nothing. I mean, her bank account was zero. I mean, it was just nothing. So I know it took me a while to learn, you know, to just save you money, because I mean, you never know. I mean, it's always good to, you know, to invest and keep track and just set a budget for yourself. Bro,
I had, so like, I don't know, if you guys don't mind me sharing a story that my dad shared with me when he was young. So see, this is why I'm hard on myself about me not saving money when I was young, because my dad always told me the story about what happened to him when he first entered the Air Force. So when he first entered the Air Force, you know, they're given like different type of allowances. So like, you know, they get their pay for their job that they do, and then if they're living off base, then they get an allowance for their living expense, and then they get another allowance for their food, whether they go to the chow hall and they eat, or they buy their own groceries. And when my dad was 19 in the United States Air Force, he always blew his money. Like he took everything. His living, like, he paid his living expense, but like the allowance for food and that stuff, he would just take that money and blow it. And his roommate in the barracks, that guy saved all his money. And my dad was telling me one time he had no money for food. He couldn't go to the chow hall and eat because he blew all his money and he was hungry. So he asked his roommate if he can borrow some money, and his roommate told him no. And my dad was like, hey, I'm hungry. I need something to eat. His roommate still told him, no, I'm not giving you anything because you have the same thing that I have. You should have saved your money. You should have used your money and spent it correctly. And my dad told me that he went, like, I think, like 4 or 5 days, like, hungry. And so from that lesson, my dad learned to save his money. And till today, my dad is, like, people call my dad tight. He's not tight with his money. He saves his money. He invests in things that was going to help, grow his money. And he watches what he spends. So, like, like, if I was to, like, run into, like, a huge problem and I ask my dad, hey, can you help me out? When he tells me he's broke, he's not really broke. It's just he knows what his finances is, and he knows, like, even if he had the money, if he spends it, it's going to hurt something else. So he says he's broke to just say it like that. And I should have listened to my dad when I was young. When I got that money, I should have stuck it in the bank, or in a credit union, actually, and grew on it, but also used it to get my own place and things like that, because I was homeless in Hawaii for a while too.
Oh, speaking of the young and stupid file, I'm going to yank one out of my file cabinet. So I had the opportunity to get Google shares when they were dirt cheap, but way back when. And I'm still kicking myself, like, what is that, 20-some years later now? Because I knew a guy back in the late 90s, early 2000s, day trading was, like, the cool thing to do.
Yeah.
And you can make money really fast because you had the tech boom before the bubble busted. And all these companies that you hear of today, you could have gotten in back then for dirt cheap, and I had the opportunity to do so because I had money back then. Because I didn't blow all my stuff. I didn't have cars and stuff like that. So sometimes it's good to be a blind guy, but I didn't have the courage to get into the investing thing, because investing, like, still scares the crap out of me. I don't understand it. So
yeah,
but man, I could be like talking to you guys like retired already if I would have done that. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Tito, like you were saying, earlier about, like your dad talking about, if he says he's broke, he really ain't broke. He just, it was messed up. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it is with me now. It's like, I'm like, I can't afford this, and when or afford that. But it's not that I can't afford it. It's just the fact that I know that if I screw up any at all, what I'm saying, it's going to throw off my whole. Because I mean, it took me forever to set up the perfect budget. So if people ask about this, I'm like, I can't do nothing, because one little thing, and you never know about that bill, unexpected bill. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like that every time that stuff's going good, there comes a bill that you're not expecting, or there comes something else, or you got something wrong with this, that, and the other. And so, yeah, I mean, people's like, you're not broke. I'm like, yeah, but maybe not, but this is going to throw you off, of your whole budget and your whole setup and everything. So, yeah, I mean, because I mean, like we were talking about the military earlier, when I was in my early 20s, I was considering the Air Force. I was considered going to BLET and all that stuff. Never went through with it because I was more important. I was more into other things to get in all of that, which probably would have been a whole lot better for me looking back now. But they always say hindsight's 20/20, and I know everybody says, well, if I could go back and change this, I would, but you don't know if you would or not. Everything's everything's a learning experience. So I've had to learn the hard way many, many times, and so yeah.
I'm one of those guys that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Tito. Okay.
Oh, no. I was gonna ask like for each of you guys to like name places that you guys have been, whether it's in the U.S. or outside of the U.S.
Well, for me, I've been to Montreal, Canada, in 2008. That was an experience, I'll tell you that. We took the Amtrak train from here up to Newark, New Jersey, where it was cheaper. And we flew on Air Canada Jazz. It's a small plane.
Yeah.
And it was full to the brim. So we got there and we found this brownstone apartment house, $300 US. We did fine, paid the person, had the whole house to ourselves for a week. We did not know what we were doing up there with money and cell phones and everything else. And we were broke half the time. And the cell phones ran out of prepaid thing. I had to call here and say, "Ma'am, can you put some money on my thing so I can get cell phone use?" And and then our parents were mad at us for spending this and spending that, and we couldn't count the change. And ugh. And I said, "We're never doing this again." Yeah, we're never doing this again unless we're organized. But Montreal is beautiful. I'm telling you. It is the beautifulest city I've been to ever in my life. And if you ever get a chance to get up there, do it. And as we were coming home, the U.S. Customs pulled me in the back room, wanted to search me. So the guy said, "You're not a very good packer in your luggage, are you?" I said, "No, I'm not." He said, "Okay, you're free to go. Goodbye."
What the hell?
What? And my friend called me on the phone and said, where the H are you? And I said, "I'm being searched right now." He said, "Well, they didn't search me." And I said, "Well, I don't know." They grabbed me.
Oh my God!
We almost missed the plane and everything coming back. And
is that the one? Is that the same trip where you guys like ran out of minutes or something?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Oh man!
What about you, Josh?
Where have I been?
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been a lot of places. I've been to like 47 out of 50 states.
Wow.
I've been to the Bahamas. I've been to France, England, Wales, Italy, Greece, the Netherlands. But I haven't been to California, Alaska, or Hawaii yet. I've been to what is it? Where's Niagara Falls at? That's Ontario, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ontario. Been a little bit everywhere. I might be going to Russia too. So.
Do you going to be going to where? Russia?
Yeah.
When?
Well, that's up in the air because of everything going on.
Oh, yeah.
Year. Yeah.
Don't forget to bring back the vodka.
Yeah, you know it. And they got another beverage over there called kvass. Kvass is good stuff.
Yeah,
too.
I heard that. Wow. What about you, Lawrence?
Yeah.
I've been to Vegas twice, Utah, and Everett, Washington. My first experience to Vegas, my friend dropped me off at Station Casino, and I was playing a little while. Like I told you before, I was playing the Megabucks, and the three eagles landed at the top, not the middle. So the middle is the payout. So if those three eagles came down in the middle, I would have. It's 2011. That would have been. I was 29, so I would have been like a millionaire at 29. It was like a little over $8 million. Just to go one line.
I just want to hit the machine and rig it.
Well, and I like to follow up this question after everybody answers it. Where's the craziest place you've been out of all the places you've been?
Okay.
Craziest places?
We got RJ. Hold on. We got RJ. RJ, where have you been?
Yeah, I said after RJ.
I've never been out of the U.S., but as far as states go, I've been to South Carolina, been to Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Virginia, and of course my home state of North Carolina. And a lot of those states that I went to was just got my car, hit a highway and just drove. And just where I ended up, where I ended up at. So I've not really been very many states. The further I've been close to the Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, New York state line. But yeah, I would like to, travel more states, most definitely.
We have an amazing country. It's like crazy. Like everywhere's different.
It's especially out west. I would love to travel out west.
Oh, I love it out west. I want to go back out west.
I honestly, as much as I like my state, I would love to move somewhere out west.
So hey, RJ, you know how we have mountains out here? Now, if you go to like Colorado, it feels like the mountains are like staring you over the shoulder because they're younger mountains, so they're just like taller and just more, I guess, majestic versus the mountains we have out here in North Carolina. They're just kind of rolling. They look like knob hills.
Yeah.
You would love it, man.
I've lived here all my life. Of course, you got everything basically here, and you got the the Blue Ridge, the Appalachian Mountain, the mountains, all of that. Then you have the foothills, which is kind of like a cross between everything. And then you have the central area. Then you have the sand hills. Then you have the coastal area. So you got it's just
we do.
It's just like there's always somewhere to go if you want to head to the high country, drive several hours there. If you want to go to the coast, drive several hours there. You can be in the mountain 1 minute and a few hours later be on the sand. So,
by the way, everyone in the chat, you guys can answer these questions too, so you guys can name out places that you guys have been.
Yeah, me and my wife used to drive back and forth from Murphy to Wilmington when we were in college. It was rough.
I'm sure. I could be in Wilmington in about 3.5 hours, something like that.
So that question that you asked, craziest places that you've been. I'm gonna take it off with Lawrence and go backwards. So Lawrence, go for it.
Well, considering I've only been to Vegas twice and Utah and Washington, I can't really say that I've been to any crazy places considering I lived in Hawaii all my life.
So would you say Hawaii is the craziest place that you've been?
I don't know. Maybe that one time I was at a bar with the guys I was hanging out in Vegas and people were like trading drugs like it was passing beer around a bar. Maybe that could be the craziest place.
I'm going to vote for Vegas on that one, yeah.
Josh has got us all beat. He's been out of the country. He hasn't done something crazy there. He's the winner. I give up.
Let me tell you about Amsterdam.
Uh-oh.
That's pot central, man. It's always going to be crazy.
Well, actually, they're cracking down on pot. They kind of realized it wasn't such a good idea.
RJ.
They should have their loopholes for the backdoor sales.
Yeah.
RJ, craziest place you been?
I don't really know about. I don't know about craziest place I've ever been. I could tell you the worst areas, in my opinion, that I've been in. But as far as craziest, I can't think of anything.
Go for it.
Worst and crazy can go hand in hand.
Well, if anybody in the chat or watches this or lives here, I apologize. Cleveland. I've been to Cleveland, and I do not ever intend on going back. And I would. I traveled to Pennsylvania, and really was not a big fan of that either.
Sneed's from. He lives in the outskirts of Cleveland.
Really?
I thought he was. I thought you were talking about Cleveland, Tennessee.
No, no. I've been there once, and I was driver, and I just I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I mean, it's no.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
no one's gonna burn you for it.
yeah,
we're gonna
and
burn them at the cross for saying that.
we'll see. And another thing is, being down here in North Carolina, you go way up yonder, and it's like it's a whole different. It's just different.
Yeah.
I was up in far northwestern Pennsylvania, and everybody that I talked to just gave me a funny look. And but yeah, I was in one of the itty bittiest, smallest little towns up up there, and yeah, it was just.
Oh.
But I mean, I've been, like I said, you can say you've been to this state and that state. I mean, I've only been to one area of Ohio. I've only stayed in one area of Pennsylvania. I've only been in one little area of here, there, and everywhere. So it don't count for the whole state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Gene.
Well, with me, has anybody ever heard of Coreyville, Pennsylvania?
Yep.
No.
It is in the middle of nothing. I mean, when my friend and I went up there, he had to do some work up there in one of the local grocery stores. We were driving through Elk Township, Pennsylvania, and there's this cornfields and half houses and Amish buggies and everything else, and no cell phone service. Yeah, and no cell phone service until you got into the little town of Coreyville. Had one big, huge, super grocery store and a shopping center, and that's it. And I said, do we have to go up there today, and go up here and get no cell phone, no food? And it was, ugh. And I said, that's the most nuttiest place I've ever been to. And everybody looks at us. And they said, where the hell are these people from? Because, And even the manager of the store said, can I ask you a question? And I said, yeah. And I said, where are you two from exactly? I said, we're from Newark, Delaware. He said, Newark, Delaware, where the hell is that at? and I said, well, it's in northern Delaware. It's about 2.5 hours to 3 hours away from here. He said, oh, boring Delaware you live in. I said, yeah, well, look at this town you live in, boring Coreyville. There you go. Same thing. He said, well, I'm from here, and you better be nice, or I'm going to send you out of this store. I said, well, you said boring Delaware, so I'm saying boring Coreyville too. So we were laughing our face off, and he said, well, welcome to Coreyville. I said, after all that, you say welcome now finally?
That's funny.
So that's the most crazy place I've ever been to.
Josh, you go, and then I'll go after.
Oh boy.
Man, he's got to dig into like
over Florida
memories, man.
While he's thinking, I'll give Pennsylvania, where I was at in Pennsylvania, one thing. They had a really nice lake up there, and a really nice it was a state park, and it was just a really nice place to go up to and park. You know what I'm saying? A beautiful area that I was in. I don't know if it was Lake Erie. I'm not sure what lake it was, but that was the best part about the whole area up yonder. But yeah, thought I could throw that in there.
Go ahead, Josh.
I'm gonna have to stick with the Netherlands. I like Amsterdam and all that. Like, I just remember walking down the red light district, and there's like this one main alleyway. You go down it, and the buildings on each side have like these glass windows, and they're propositioning their goods, to put it nicely, in the windows, the windows there. And my wife was with me, so I had my head tucked down. I wasn't looking left or right. I wasn't going to get in the doghouse. So she's trying to snap pictures. I was like, no, we don't snap pictures in the red light district. and people are like, these people were banging on their windows like, no camera, no camera. And so we made it to the end of the red light district. I was like, do people actually like go up to these windows and kind of like check out stuff, and like what do? They put like $1 bill up against the window or something, or what? they were telling me like how that whole system worked. I was like, wow, prostitution is weird. It's crazy how they legalize it over there. I'm like, okay. And then they got the little what are they called? They call them coffee houses. Even though I have yet to see a coffee house over there. And that's where they have all their where you can go smoke weed in public there. These little coffee houses.
Oh wow!
And they have like these starter kits you can buy to like grow your own and all kinds of like just cannabis related paraphernalia and merchandising. And
Yeah, but
Grow your own
the thing
coffee.
with Amsterdam and the coffee shops, it's stupid. They should just make it where, you know what I mean? It's legal in there, but it's illegal to bring it there. It's like, okay, how if it's legal inside, but I can't bring it in from outside, how am I going to get it inside the first place?
oh no, you can like no. I mean, I guess I explained this wrong. No, there's like guys smoking like. There's a guy about to cross the street and he blew like smoke in our face because he was smoking a doobie. And me and my wife were like, oh. I mean, you can light up anywhere there, but these coffee houses are kind of where like the connoisseurs of cannabis go, I guess, where they have like all the quote unquote good stuff.
Yeah. What I can't figure out is why all these other countries have all fun stuff you can do. You come over here, can't do pot, can't do.
I know.
Well,
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead. No, you go ahead. I'll go after.
I'm just saying, well, how their society functions, though,
Yeah.
because of the legalized prostitution and the drugs and stuff. I mean, you would think it would be a good idea to legalize it and make money off of it. But, I mean, they have so many secondary issues from those things, especially from tourists, that, I mean, they kind of lose the money they make because they're kind of like cleaning up the messes that the tourists make and people go crazy. And,
Yeah.
you know.
But you can go like to Canada, and you can do all that stuff. You know, smoke pot right in the open. And,
Yeah. Well, hell, you can go to Colorado, right?
Yeah, but I mean, in a foreign country. I mean.
Oh, well, Colorado is a foreign country.
Colorado is a foreign country. It's a foreign state. Dude.
Ask the bearded dragon.
I would like to tell Tito, instead of a craziest place, I can change mine to the craziest situation.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Uh-oh.
Well, when I made friends with this guy who worked for Nextel, where we became really good friends, and my girlfriend at that time, his other half, because he was an alternative lifestyle, his mom worked at a hotel where my girlfriend's mom worked in the hotel, so we had that whole Kevin Bacon thing going on.
Oh wow!
We're like talking like, yeah, I never left Hawaii, and he goes, yeah, man, you can come, crash on my couch, if you want to go on vacation. I go to shoots, so I go there, and my girlfriend's on Maui, and I'm still on Oahu. So then we go there. Then a couple of days later, he goes and picks up one of his other friends of an alternative lifestyle. Then his friend goes and says, let's go pick up his other friend, which is a girl. And the first thing she got in the car, man, it's like, okay, I'm with my two cool friends. It's all right. This Howley girl comes in, starts complaining about Mexicans and black people and all this other stuff. And I wanted to tell her, shut up. If you don't like where you live, move out. Then my girlfriend calls me. She hears her voice in the background, and then I get out of the car and I tell her, you have nothing to worry about because I'm with two gay guys and a girl that I wouldn't touch with. Okay? Yeah. So she's like, but I hear a girl's voice. I goes, she is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Woman. She's that white and that big. And then it's like, you tripping. Because my friend that worked for Nextel, I don't care what lifestyle, he was hella cool, man.
Yeah. Well, I'll share mine. Mine's a little bit. I'm gonna go a little bit different than you guys. So I'm actually gonna show you this because while you guys were sharing your experience, I was digging through Google to try to find a place I could show you guys so you guys can see what I mean. But it was when I was younger. It was in the Philippines. and we went to this resort. And okay, yeah. So I'll just kind of go through because this guy's photo where he's sitting at, it's actually a bench. Right behind him is a bar in the middle of the pool, and like the pool has a view that goes out where you see the beach and the ocean. Craziest place because this was where I discovered that when you stay at a resort in one of the bungalows, like you don't have to have cash on hand to get things, but they charge it to your hotel bill. I was swimming in this pool. I mean, they modified this pool from what it used to look like back in the 1990 or 91. I think that's right when Pinatubo started to erupt. That's how crazy this event happened. So my dad took us here on a vacation. We were here at this place on this guy's blog, and it was a nice place. I was ordering sodas from the bar, and they were like, "Oh, wow, what room number are you in?" And I remembered it, and I'm like, "Yeah, 152." And they're like, "Okay, you're in bungalow 52." I go, "Yeah." And he said my dad's last name, and I confirmed it. And so he's okay. So he gave me a soda. I started drinking sodas like left and right, just like all over the place, man. I was just drinking so much sodas, and my dad got the room bill for 1 day's soda drinking. And I met my dad's leather belt because he had a very nice one.
What was the damage?
The damage of sodas was $109.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So but it was crazy for me because like I had never been to a place like that. Obviously, I was young. I was 8 years old at the time, and it was nice because like it was like a world away from the real world. But like reality hit us when we traveled back home. When we got back to Clark Air Base, I looked to the right. I see at the time my best friend Oscar. He's out there with his dad. They got this telescope. I'm like, what are you guys looking at? They're like the volcano, and I got all excited. I'm like, we got a volcano near us, because I did one for a science fair project, and I was like, I want to see. And my dad calls me in the house, and I'm like all pissed off because I wanted to hang out with my friend Oscar and tell him about this resort we went to. And then my dad's like, you guys have to pack. You have to pack your clothes, only your clothes. Leave everything else here. I'm like freaking out, and so I packed my stuff. I try to sneak the Sega Genesis in. My dad takes it out of my suitcase. He says, "You can't take this. We need to pack light, but we got to pack what we need. That's it. Nothing else." Next morning, we wake up like 5 a.m. My dad throws us in the car. We're in this long motorcade of vehicles traveling from Clark Air Base to Subic Naval Station on the Philippines in the island of Luzon. And then I find out from my dad as we're driving there, because it was like a 3-hour drive. My dad's like, "Yeah, they're evacuating the base because the volcano is going to explode." And I lived on Clark Air Base through the first minor eruptions. Like I remember, like I was so stupid. I thought the ash cloud that was dropping ash all over the naval base was like snow, and I was trying to play in it. And my dad was like, "You can't be outside without a mask." He gave me a mask to put on, and like the Air Force Base, they're always like, I guess, like they're always with Burger King. So when we were on Clark, we'd eat Burger King. So the Navy had McDonald's. So my dad took us one day to there, and I'm like, "This is McDonald's. It's not the same as a Whopper Jr." My dad's like, "Well, just shut up and eat it. It's a burger." Because like we were eating in a chow hall. All they had was cold cut sandwiches. Like if I had my older sister on here, she would totally bitch about the food, but I loved it. You had every type of freaking sandwich meat, pastrami, bologna, chopped ham, like roasted turkey. Like it was my dream. But that was my craziest place I've ever been to because I was in the Philippines. I was there to see the beauty of it, and I witnessed like the ugly side destruction of it with that volcano eruption.
I got one more question then.
Yeah.
If you had, like, money wasn't an issue and you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Where would I go?
Ooh.
I know where I go. Ooh.
Damn you, Josh. You bring up a damn good question there.
I know. I can say exactly where I want to go.
Go for it,
This is why I do interviews for a living.
London, England.
Wait, what was that, Gene?
London,
England.
Yes.
London, England.
I've always wanted to go there for years.
You would love it, Gene. They would love you too.
Oh yeah, I don't think they'll let me in the country though. The way I'm crazy over here, they'll let me over there.
All right.
They'll definitely let you in London.
Lawrence, you're up. You go.
Yeah,
Well,
because when they had the Olympics over there, that's where I wanted to go. Definitely.
It would have to be 3 places, unfortunately.
Go ahead.
Go
It would have to be Portugal, because my roots from my Portuguese side goes all the way back to the 1880s on Kauai and 1890s on Maui. 2 would be China, because that's where my grandmother's side, and 3 would have to be Okinawa for my girlfriend, because she's pure Okinawan.
Cool. RJ, you go, because I'm still thinking.
I would have to say Italy.
Oh, nice.
What part of Italy are you thinking about when you say Italy?
When I say Italy, I'm thinking of Rome.
Oh yeah, Rome is amazing.
Yeah, I've always wanted to travel to Rome. That I'll ever see it. It would be nice.
Well, I want to steal a page out of Lawrence's book, because he named 3 places, so I'm going to name 2. If I could be anywhere in the world, I would be back on Oahu. I'd be back home. Probably not like in the north side or on the west side. Probably just like in town area, maybe like back down to like Aliamanu, where I had a lot of experiences there. But generally around the world, crazy enough, I would probably go to Khon Kaen in Thailand. That's where my family's from. So I want to go live on the farm out there, because like I've been there when I was young, but I haven't been back since. But it's actually quite beautiful. The only problem is that it's very close to the Mekong River, which separates Thailand from Burma. And yeah, Burma, I don't know. I always wanted to go into Burma, but you can't go into Burma. So that's where I go. What about you, Josh?
Well, let's see. I've been in a lot of places. Like something you guys might not know about me, because I don't really advertise it. I try to make my life a sermon versus like beating people over the head with it. But I'm a religious person, and I'm also ordained in the church a church I go to, and I've been a lot of places that are in the Old and the New Testament, but there's one big gaping hole. Like I would love to go to like Israel and Palestine and Syria and Jordan, stuff where the early church started. So
cool.
Love to do that, but I'm kind of a little scared to go over there right now.
I got one more answer, but this is for those people who believe that the Earth is flat. If you believe the Earth is flat, then one place I'd want to go is to the very edge of it and then look over, see what I can see.
Oh. Christopher Columbus. But did you see the Flintstones episode where they were talking about the world was flat and they all went over to Christopher Columbus's time? He said, "No, the world is round, people. The world is round, not flat."
And the meaning of life, is 40 here.
And they had a big mutiny in that on the cartoon. The world is round. It's round.
I've got into a discussion with someone who believes the world is flat, and like they were so hell bent in like convincing me it was flat. And I'm like, look at them. I'm like, if it's flat, then let's save money and go to the edge of this thing and look over. Because like, I mean, like now since Star Wars episode 9 has been out, like when someone tells me the world is flat, I'll be like, so you telling me it looks like Exegol? Like, oh no, not Exegol. It looks like what was that one planet they went to get the Sith Wayfinder, but like that planet that's like mostly ice and it's like it has edges to it where it looks like you just like look over and see the universe. Like if Earth is flat like that, then let's go there. Like I'm not trying to say prove the world is flat. Let's just fucking go there, because that's the coolest thing to ever see. If you look over and you're like, I can see. If I go into space, I fly away. Like
I would probably be the guy. Oh, I need to go to the bathroom. Can I whiz off the end?
Oh jeez.
Hey man, you be the first one to friggin' drop fluid on the edge of the Earth into the universe, man.
Drop fluid on the edge of the Earth.
Yeah,
dude.
When you come back to Hawaii, you gotta let me know so I can make you my world's famous chicken katsu.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. I'm like, just pick me up from the airport. Just fuck it, dude. That's how it goes, man. When I land, I'll tell you when I leave. So when I arrive, you can be there. Just pick me up from the airport. We'll go to your place, and then I'll eat. So
Well,
you
you
ready
never
You know
for
my
the
goal.
craziest place I've
by
worked at?
yourself.
A dope house 10 years ago? What? That's
You know
original,
my
man.
you know my goal in life is right now.
What's
After I'm
that?
done with my projects and work, I need to start me a YouTube channel because I really want to get a box from Lawrence. So I got to start a YouTube channel to start that process.
You got a YouTube channel from
Family with you, Tito, to Hawaii?
Uh-huh.
You're just by yourself?
I'll be with my family because I've got to bring my kids there. My kids have never been there.
Mm. It's funny you mentioned Dope House because I was getting ready for work one day and I opened the door and there's two snipers out the door.
What?
That was one situation because it was this guy broke our apartments. It's like a round. It goes one way. It's almost like a square. So the back entrance, the guy came in, took off the jealousies off the first floor, jumped into the house, got into an argument with his wife, and that was one thing. And then the worst one was I had to same situation. I going out the door. Next thing you know, there's SWAT, there's FBI, there's dogs, there's a helicopter, there's all kinds of craziness going on. They tell me get back in the house because they was raiding the bottom floor of my apartment. They were manufacturing ice in that apartment, and it was like when it finally calmed down, where you could walk out. There was like 2 SWAT vehicles, 15 cops, a helicopter roving around, and I'm like thinking like, oh, great, I'm gonna be late for work.
Bro.
And Lawrence,
Anyways,
I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah.
So if I watch Hawaii Five-0, like the new one, do they actually shoot scenes in Hawaii there?
Oh yeah, because they have to close down the roads and stuff. So when they do scenes on the H3 freeway, they close it down, and then like there's certain areas in Waikiki where they close off. So everybody, they love that the production is there, but at the same time it's a pain in the butt because you got to make all these detours. And when they're filming during the daytime, and it's like right in the heart of downtown. So a lot of stuff gets turned off, and people gotta like, take side streets. So yes, all of it, all of Hawaii Five-0 is done in Hawaii.
What about the old one?
They do. Oh yeah, that was done in Hawaii too.
Man, if that's what Hawaii looks like, I want to go there.
The state capitol and the King Kamehameha statue where their office is. It's all downtown.
Well, didn't they, for the new one, they had to fix it all up and change it around a little bit, but
yeah, it's the same building.
Same outside, yeah, but different inside.
Yeah, of course, it's going to be more modern, with all the technology there.
What was that movie that they just recently filmed in Hawaii? That was it was about a volleyball team.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't catch that one. Jumanji was done here. Parts of it. King Kong was part of it.
I'm trying to find that movie because so like my sister, she's actually an extra in that movie. Her and my niece Soraya, they applied to be extras in that movie. It's a movie about a story of a volleyball team. So it's based on a true life event. And they filmed it last year, I think. Was it? Yeah, it was last year. They were doing filming on it. My sister is actually an extra in it because she went through the same agency that me and my friends went through. I forgot the name of the movie that we were extras in. I made like freaking $600 every 2 weeks. It was a movie. It was like about a war movie. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, they filmed it there. We were extras. We were dressed up as soldiers and had like packs on and everything, and like we were just like running through the field. It sucked.
What's that guy who sings "Somewhere Over the Rainbow"? Israel.
Kamakavivole?
Yeah. Is he a real? Is he still like a real big guy over there?
He passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Bro, when
I know that.
Yeah, no, he's well known. His music is beautiful, but When he passed away, it was the craziest thing because of how big he was, how they carried him, bro. They use what kind of truck was it, Lawrence? It was like it wasn't a semi, but
I don't know. But even when Willie K passed away from cancer, that was huge.
Yeah,
bro, we got. I don't know, man. I could tell you some cool stuff. Actually, one of my favorite comedian actors actually does YouTube podcasts on here. Andy Bumatai. And yeah, cool dude, bro. Like I'll send you a link to a YouTube video. It's actually a movie of his. I think Lawrence knows about it. What was it, High School Days? And he kind of like gives you an insight of like how kids are in Hawaii in high school, and it was like a lead up because it was a TV special. So it was a lead up to a special he did when he was younger, where he put on a show at Waianae High School. And so he took that footage and he redid it with new cut scenes of him being older and pretending to be the janitor at the school and everything. Bro, it's kind of funny, but it gives you an insight of like how kids in Hawaii are at school. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you definitely have to link to that podcast. I like that stuff.
The what?
Pigeon to the Max, that book.
Uh-huh.
The yellow book, Pigeon to the Max, has all the pigeon sayings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Did I cut out there?
No, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. I was wondering if I was cutting out.
No, I can hear you fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what, Josh? If you go to Hawaii, bro, link up with Lawrence, dude, because I tell those people all the time, don't fuck with the hotel bullshit when you go to Hawaii. I think that's the experience that is going to be so generic and fucking fake. You got to find locals that will show you the spots.
Yeah, that's what we usually do when we go to a country. We kind of go like, we try to avoid the tourist traps and kind of find somebody who's like a local guide and show us the real place.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes the trip so much better.
Yeah.
And they're like, because they love spilling the beans, they're like, well, this is what the tourists are usually told, but this is what it really is. I'm like, yeah.
yeah.
Like when we went to... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, man.
No, I was just saying when we went to London, this guy, I kind of let it drop that my wife was like a Harry Potter fanatic, and so he's like, well, let me show you all the places where they actually shot it and what they really are. So my wife's like, just like, I guess squeeing on the inside, just yeah. So we're going to all these different places. And one of the places we actually came across, I think it's like an optician shop now, but on the side of it, they have to preserve everything in the historic districts. You can't change the outside of the buildings, you can only change the inside. So like on the outside of this optician's building, I'm from Texas, so it had like the embassy and the seal of the Texas embassy when Texas was its own republic. And they had their own embassy over in London, and I got to take a picture of that, so that was pretty cool. Not a lot of people get to see that.
If you look at the link I put in chat for my website, as is comedians, I have Andy Bumatai's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram links.
What about Augie T?
Nah, I got Andy Bumatai, Fluffy, Joe Coy, and those are like my favorite comedians.
I'll check it out after. But anyways, guys, I do gotta kind of end this out, man. It's been like 3 hours, 13 minutes. I gotta get with the rest of my day. Yeah. So I don't know, Lawrence, are you gonna go live after this?
I am.
3:30 Hawaii time.
3:30 Hawaii time.
15 minutes.
Well, Gene, you're going live right now, so everybody in the chat, head over to Gene's channel. Hold on. Let me drop the link to Gene's channel. Or Gene, if you want to put it in there, if you can beat me to it, put your link in there so people can shift over to you before I close this out.
We'll go ahead and put it in there because I'm using a phone.
Okay. There we go.
Just search for Gene G Tech.
Yeah, that's Lawrence.
Yeah, I think Josh, you're right. I should do that because I was trying to search for Gene's Get Married Tonight and nothing came up. So
yeah.
Nothing happened. The link is there.
There you go. Boom, boom. Everyone head over to Gene's channel. He's going live right now. Those people that rocked with me all the way through for 3 hours, man, y'all are crazy, but I love you guys very much. There's 10 in the chat watching. Appreciate you guys. Shouts out to everybody that's here on the panel. RJ, Lawrence, Josh, Gene. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me, as well as Bionic Scoop, Sneed, and Keystone Tech.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. It's always fun.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, no problem, man. RJ. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lawrence.
Sorry about the last 2 days, man. I was just out of commission.
Bro, dude, I understand, man, because there's days where I'm like totally in pain for my diabetes and I don't even want to be on here, but I force myself. But I understand, man. I understand. Don't worry. You don't have to apologize, bro. Never apologize for things like that. You know what I mean? It's understandable. RJ, if you want to go live with Gene, bro, just hop in with him, man, and just get to know everybody. But that's it, everybody on the chat. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys. You guys are clutch. And yeah, we pile Hanas already.
Have a good one, y'all.
All right. Yeah. And we are